Welcome back to the CRL podcast. I'm your host, Heathen, alongside Anthony Flashes.
Yep, here we
Um,
go.
and also want to say, as always, CRL podcast is sponsored by Northeast Texas Storm Chasers.
Northeast Texas Storm Chasers is a small group made up of 5 chasers throughout the Northeast Texas region. Cover any and all severe weather events that affect their area, no matter if they are out in the field or behind a phone on the couch. You can guarantee that this group keep you and your family safe and prepared for all modes of severe weather. For more info and or questions, please visit their Facebook page, Northeast Texas Storm Changers, and be sure to click that like button. Thank you for supporting our podcast.
Storm was on the podcast 2 weeks ago, and yeah. So that was nice. So thank you for him for continuing the support in the stream. Oh, not stream, podcast. But with that out of the way, we have a very special guest that we've been trying to get on the podcast for what episode is this, Stanley? Or Flash, one of the two?
I believe this is...
I think this is 13 or 14, I think.
13 or 14, yes. We're starting
we've
getting those numbers where I lose count.
We've been trying to get him on this podcast for several years now. It
but
feels like at this point.
You can't beat the time he's come on now.
Yeah.
As he is.
He won the championship in the Cup Series, arguably the most important championship of the season.
I agree.
He was the underdog,
This cup.
to say the least. He is a self-proclaimed, well, not only self-proclaimed anymore, he is the fastest Canadian on NASCAR Heat 5. Everyone, give us a warm welcome to Mr. Jay Grant, 1192, baby.
Woo!
Thanks for having me, boys.
Hell yeah! Thanks for finally sucking it up and coming on the show.
Well, come on. If
It
you
might
guys
be
did it
'cause
at a normal time every night, I would
Yeah, it
come
might
on
be
every
because-
night.
At this point, we're recording this podcast about 9 Eastern, so and that's a good time to mention we're going to have part of this podcast. It's going to be recorded later on tonight following our Xfinity race. So we're going to have all 3 of our champions we're going to hear from. It could be 2 if we have a repeat from party tonight, but that'll be talked about later. But yep, that's what we're doing here. We're hearing from all of our champions. Championship week is in full swing here in CRL. And yes, Grant, it's good to have you on, brother.
Love it.
I know we've tried to get you on for a while, but like you said, I think you're the first person I asked you on the podcast, honestly, or one of the first people I asked. Like, Grant, when you come on the podcast, you said, and I quote, "Whenever the hell you get your shit together."
It's just a normal time of the day. But you're nocturnal over there.
Hey, now. Almost nocturnal tonight.
Are you saying our 2 a.m. podcasts that we do are not normal?
It's still a hit. It's a hit for sure. But I don't know who has it in them to stay up till 2 a.m. But
every
here we
guest,
are at 9
every most every guest has done it. Except for the Atlanta week. Everybody else has been right there along with us. So
that's good. You've had a lot of good big
Yeah.
guests. Atlanta, Rock.
yeah.
Got a couple of the drivers from
Rock?
CRL, a couple of PSUs.
I know, like you said every podcast, Rock was literally a fill-in pretty much. Like, I just messaged him like, hey, because I guess fell through that night. I was like, look, can you come on the podcast? And this was at like 1:30 in the morning, and
Pretty good fill-in.
yeah, I would say so, to say the least. He came in just was awesome. He's been watching your ass for quite a while at this point.
Yeah, since probably, I would say since October. Since I became affiliated on Twitch. He's been in every one of my streams. He's the man.
Speaking of being affiliated on Twitch, you, sir, pushed several people to attempt to become affiliated on Twitch. I know you pushed Cowboy to want to start streaming more often. You pushed Gator to want to stream. You made me get on my high horse and become affiliated. So So I applaud you for that and thank you for that. And then you sharing out everybody's streams and I arguably making the dopest what do you call them? Promotion
I call them
things.
stream promos or stream posts.
They are
those are
sexy
amazing.
as shit.
Yes.
Every single week he comes to the track with something that amazes me, man. He it's if you ever get a chance, the NASCAR community. I know he doesn't have a race for a while because CRL is over now, at least till June or but he I would recommend going looking and see his work. It is amazing. Dude does it at work, I think, don't you?
I do it either when I'm sitting at the rink at work or when I get home. So usually it takes about an hour, and then I try and post it 2 hours before. So that's a good 3 hours out of the day before a race. So it takes up a lot of time, but it pays off for sure.
Definitely does. I know that I forget what week it was, but you were actually on the top of the NASCAR streaming page, I think, on Twitch, I think.
Ooh, I was?
I'm pretty sure you were, yeah.
Ah, this is news to me.
Because
Oh yeah. I mean,
I was trying to stream the one day, and we'll look up all the streams to see who was all streaming, and because I was trying to be like a rock for the day, but obviously didn't work out very well. And I was
You
like,
don't have
oh,
enough
shit.
screens to be that.
Oh yeah, I know. I was like, oh shit, I know this guy. The dude who's number one is my man Jay Grant. I'm like, well, damn.
what have been your highest views that you've had so far streaming Heat?
Streaming Heat?
Yeah,
I
one
was
time.
up to 20 at one time, and that's
Wow.
an in-car view, not a broadcast. So that's a pretty big accomplishment in the NASCAR Heat.
Yes, because I was about to say most broadcasts. I mean, obviously this one here with CRL, we've gotten close to that 10 number before, and most leagues don't really see more than that on an average. So to have 20 as an in-car, like you said, that is crazy. Yeah, that's a lot of interest. I mean, I know obviously the pro league gets big numbers when they run theirs, but I mean, other than them, I think that's one of the biggest numbers I've seen for Heat, at least. So
Yeah, it takes a lot to get it going, and I have it to a spot where it's almost like a well-oiled machine where I get on, got my routine, and then set up a half an hour before, and then it's game on for me. So once I get it rolling, it's dialed in, but it takes a while, and it's a testament to all the viewers that tune in. It's just keep growing to get people to come back. Like what separates you from that next guy that's racing the same in-car view?
Yeah,
Just
I
gotta
know that
keep building.
one of your well, I'll give a shout out to one of the dudes you always two of the people that I voice in your chat, and that's EC and DB, aka the bot.
D. Baranowski and my boy Jeets. Yeah, they're always in
bot.
there. They're my two moderators. Jeets is a bot. He's actually one of my best buddies. He's standing in my wedding next 2 months. In 2 months. And yeah, he's a huge supporter.
I also want to say, CRO, there's a purse for the champion, and Grant actually decided to not even take the purse. He decided to donate it all to charity. So, I applaud you for that, Grant.
And what I think is even a cooler gesture was that that is to a charity that party wants to choose, and I thought that's really cool as well. Party was ready to pay out all these guys, and then him do that, and it actually go to a cause of, I mean, who knows what it's going to go to. We'll find that out, and I'm sure we'll talk about it at some point here on the podcast. But that was really amazing. That surprised to think everyone when we said that.
I thought of doing it to the Windsor. So I'm Windsor, Ontario, Canada. That's pretty much where I'm from. So I thought about doing it towards the Windsor Cancer Foundation, but I just figured it's in his hands. It's easier for him to make the donation. But Yeah, it's 300 US dollars. It's bit different than Canadian dollars up here, but it's gonna go to a good cause that he decides, but he hasn't picked one yet. But 50 of that's gonna go to Chevy for winning the actual race. So that was a little something that we the championship 4 put in. I'm not sure if they did in the truck series next time.
Yeah, we did.
You did? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we
So
put 25 though, because it was half the purse of the.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, and yeah,
So-
just one tidbit of information I had to throw in the podcast here, just because you mentioned it while you were talking about that. Jay Grant here. You said you're from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, and
Yeah.
I'm actually from Windsor, Virginia, United States. So we have the
It is
town
pretty
name
crazy.
in common, or the city, or whatever you want to call it, the locality.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sure
Yeah.
yours is a bit bigger than mine though.
No, his
no,
is
I would-
small. Like his is smaller than.
how many people do you have living there?
So in the town that I'm in right now, it's called Harrow. We are probably about 6,000-7,000.
Oh yeah, you're bigger than
3,000. My fiance's saying to me from across the room. So,
Okay, so
but the city of Windsor itself is probably around 300,000.
yeah, no, that's quite a bit bigger than
Okay.
mine.
So you're small
My
town.
my
Small town,
city or
Virginia.
town. Yes, my town is around 3,000, maybe 3,500.
Yeah, so it's
Um,
the same as my town right now.
Yeah. So
We're
that's
about
pretty cool.
40 minutes close to the city.
Yeah, in the county I live in, we got about 50 or 60,000, so it's still quite a bit smaller than
Yeah.
than 300. But yeah, it's cool. Cool to share that. Countries away, but still the same name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want to ask though, Grant. You were looked down on really for the championship 4, because everybody's like, oh, it's between Cowboy and Party. But you told me put bad juju on you. I didn't, because I couldn't
I wanted
find
it.
myself.
I wanted it,
I
buddy.
couldn't find myself to do it. I know, because me and you were, I would say, decently close friends at this point in time.
Yep.
And I can't have my buddy lose because of me. Chase, I said good win Chase on Sunday, and because I was talking about Truex, he drove the 19 car this year, and Truex ended up winning the NASCAR race because of beating Kyle Larson, and then Chase breaks an axle while leading with 4 laps to go in his
In his actual race and real
yeah,
life race.
for
It's
$15,000
tough.
bucks, yeah. So definitely wasn't my fault on.
That's
on not
racing,
a win, I
man.
promise.
Anything can go
Yeah.
wrong.
Exactly. Like you kind of can't. That's something you can't control.
Yeah. Something you can know with your witchcraft.
I'm not a witchcraft dog. Don't expose me, man. I don't want to get hung.
But yeah, going into the final, I knew it's a good track of mine. In a lower end league, we had probably 12 races all year, and the final ended up being at Phoenix. Same thing. I won the final there, and then just a lot of practice with the other leagues that I'm in, like Tuned Up Esports was there a couple weeks ago. PSES, I ran with you guys in the Xfinity series. I was there probably a month and a bit ago, so I had
got
laps
touched.
going into it. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Final restart, but
Blinky red bumper.
blinking red bumper going into turn 1. But,
Of the first lap.
of the but it's a good track for me, and I felt pretty confident going in there, and it's just once you're up front there and you're around other guys that are in the same hunt as you, you have to be able to have that killer instinct, and
Yeah.
I just felt if I can get on and off pit road easy, she was mine, and that's what ended up happening.
Oh yeah. I know that that track is, I think it has like the longest pit road in NASCAR, I think, honestly.
I was watching the replay back, and I was
Believe you
like,
correctly.
wow, this pit road is long.
I think it's longer than Sonoma, and Sonoma has a pretty long pit road.
Like Flash, I was watching Flash's view, And he was like watching every guy enter and go all the way to their stall. I was like, holy smokes.
Took him a
Put
long
me to
time.
sleep.
As Flash streams tend to do sometimes.
No.
No, I'm kidding. I like
No,
watching
it,
Flash
it, it
Sports
is
the
though, especially
podcast.
with Pit Road. I mean, that like you said, it's just like it takes some 20 minutes for them to get around and
Yeah.
get into their pit stall. It seems like.
Yeah.
It is, and you would think like it is halfway inside of the infield. You'd think it'd be shorter, but it's not.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you though, Grant.
So
Since no one is gonna hear this podcast till Sunday afternoon,
who's my pick?
is there? No. Who?
Oh.
What's some advice you can give me to be in your shoes tonight? After the race, instead of losing to someone on a wheel like I
Hey,
did
well,
last night.
remember, we're still before this. We're recording another segment, Heathen. So if he gives you this advice and you can make it work, but you end up losing overall, we're gonna be flipping to
Yeah,
that.
I don't want you to
You're gonna
shut
be...
off your Xbox and not be a part of the.
I have to be part of the podcast, so that's my job.
No, but I can see the tone of your voice is going to be different here. It's going to just switch over with the edit when we do it right after.
It won't be that bad because
Nah.
like last night hurt a lot. Yeah, because I won 15 races in trucks last year. So
No,
well,
but
this
like I
season.
said, either way, it's going to change. The tone of your voice is going to change.
A
If you
little
win,
bit. It
you're
depends
going
how I
to be
lose.
all up, and if you lose, you're going to hear him. He's going to be a little bit down, which I think I would be too in the same situation.
Yeah.
But
100%.
It just all depends on how you lose, honestly. Because I've lost championships
Yes.
several times, but especially me, I already know going in. It's ISM. I'm not gonna be able to win. Like I'm gonna have to pull a lot of strategy moves to even come close to win that race. But it is what it is. At the
yeah,
end
this
of the
actually
day.
is going to be fun though. What kind of tips you got for him, Grant?
So for
I know we
me-
talked earlier, but
So for me, I pretty much dominated stage one, and I just wanted to stay ahead of the other three cars, and I just wanted to make sure that I was going to be the first one pitting every time. So it didn't matter if I was in front or behind, but I didn't want to lose too much time where I could have been too far behind where I would have not made up the spot. So as soon as I saw, I think it was in the final stage, where Cowboy and Party got by me, I made sure I was the first one to pit road, and I made sure I kind of called it late so that they wouldn't try and get in there with me, which is kind of a chintzy move, but I was still on the front stretch when I did it. And then just making sure that you have those 2 to 3 like solid laps when you come out, just the best laps that you can possibly put together, because they're on older tires, you're on fresh tires. And then when they come out, your tires aren't as worn as their fresh tires are, and vice versa. I'm not sure if you know what I mean there, but
Oh, yeah, for
they're
sure.
turning
No,
laps. They're turning laps, let's say at 30% tires, and you're at 100% tires. You're not going to get down to that 30% by the time they come out with 100% tires. That's my thought process on that. So
yeah,
it's a lot of numbers.
a lot.
Yeah.
Especially me just waking the hell up.
If you're in a good, comfortable spot where you can pit and get in there clean and then come out clean and still have tires on it at the end, I pretty much almost choked it away to Party on Wednesday night. To anyone that watched it, they saw like he was closing in final laps. The gap was 5 seconds after the pit stop. I ended up with 30 laps to go. He made up all but a half a second. I think he was
That's
a
what he
half a
was-
second behind me.
That's what he was saying last night in the interviews, that
Yeah.
he was catching you, but the maple syrup on your tires helps you keep grip on your car the entire round of the track.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seemed like it did. That's
Grant,
for sure.
Grant is Canadian, so yes. I'm
Shell
saying maple
Pennzoil,
syrup toast all night.
Shell Pennzoil Mustang powered by maple syrup.
Maple
tires.
syrup, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
that
he's going along with
ethanol
you.
in it, it's actually maple syrup. It was E15. It's 15% maple syrup.
Yeah. Molson Canadian goes right in there.
You really did though. You brought hell of a car out there, and you got it done. I personally love to see that. I was pulling for you as an underdog there, Gag. Well, everyone thought you were an underdog, but you showed them coming in there. You definitely had the best car all night. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think that could have went much better for you.
It's funny. Chevy the week before was leading with probably 12 to go, and Tyler passed him. If Chevy wins that race in Martinsville, I am not in the final.
Yeah.
And I don't win a championship. Chevy wins the championship because he won the race, right? Hindsight
Right.
2020. Hindsight Henry over here sitting on my couch, but that's the way I think about it, and I'm just so grateful that I stayed in the position where I could, and I just kept my head down, kept going, and got her done.
Yeah, I mean, that's well
so
said.
basically you were, I thought, because you and Pepper both made it on points, didn't you? Oh no, Pepper won at Talladega, didn't he?
That's around before.
Yeah,
Oh,
Grant had to
then-
lock himself on points.
Me and
that
Pelper
was,
had to beat it on points, and I had to beat
Yes.
him in points in that race to get in
Oh,
if Chevy would have won. And I think I finished one short of Pelpro.
oh.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they both got
So
it
you
on
got
points,
real
and if he had
lucky
won-
then.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah.
So
Well,
pretty
and
much
that's
you
what I
could be thanking that Tyler Cubs guy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Could be.
That's what I was actually about to say. I mean, like, it's that close. Comes down to it with the how the playoffs
Hey,
work.
that's why they run
And,
every lap.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing is guaranteed, until it's mathematically guaranteed, and that wasn't the case at all going in. So y'all knew what you had to do, and you
I
got it
think
done.
Could have been me on the other foot. I would have been so mad if that's the way my season would have ended, but
I think that Grant was the only driver to race every single damn race, complete every fucking lap.
in the Cup Series.
I mean, except for the Roval, because he kind of choked it away. He had a chance to win that race. He just choked
I was
it.
still there the whole time.
I know.
And when you say complete every lap, I mean, I'm sure there was. If I'd look back at the season, but I don't know
I
how
think
many
him and-
times it was that you,
I don't know
you
him. I
didn't
don't know him
finish on
and
the lead lap.
Cowboy. Were
mean,
really,
there was
really
a
close
couple.
on it.
There was a couple, but you always, otherwise, I mean, it was, even if you weren't up in the top 5 at one point, I mean, you finished most of the time on the lead lap, too, so I'm sure
Yeah.
if it was a lap completed, you would be around that 99%.
I was always trying to be in that top 5 position to come in there and talk to you guys. That was always the end goal. It's top
And
5 at bust.
You made that a
Every
lot.
time. Yeah.
That's how I think a lot of people I had so myself is as well. I'm always like, look, I don't care where I finish. I mean, obviously I do tonight, but I'm like, I don't care where I finish as long as I'm top 5 interview spot. I know I usually just cup grade. I'm like, okay, all I want is interview spot. I don't give a fuck where I finish. As long as I'm 1 through 5, I'm good.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care. I'll push you to a damn win. As long as I'm second place behind you, I don't care. I get an interview spot. Because I get to plug the podcast.
I actually was about to say, I love how we're doing this podcast tonight because, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be recording this part, and then you're going to hear us right after the Xfinity race happens,
Yeah,
and we're going to
you're
have
gonna
another
hear,
champion that we don't know who it is yet.
Yeah, you're gonna hear
Party repeater.
Espresso Depresso Heathen tonight.
Can I give you a prediction? Can you read me
No.
off who's in it?
Me, Heathen, Nixium, Zach, and Party. But Zach won at Talladega. I won at Texas. Party won at Kansas, and Lucas won at Martinsville last week.
Well, I will say, just to start it off, just for the shock value and how cool it would be, because I got to be unbiased when I go in there and commentate, but I'll say it here on the podcast. I would like to see Zach get it. I think that
Oh, so do I.
that would be amazing for him.
That's another guy that has put in
Hey,
a lot of time.
Controller gang, stand up.
Mhm.
Me and him are the only 2 controller gang.
I guess I'm sitting down.
You're on controller right now.
Yeah. Sitting here staring at my home screen.
Hey, close enough. You were playing MLB earlier. I mean, NHL earlier, so
NHL, buddy.
Close enough.
Yeah,
Both wood
I
sticks.
think I'm gonna have to go. I'm sorry, Heathen. Like I would love for you to win,
I don't
and I
wanna
want you to win,
I don't want to be picked.
but I'm gonna say Lucas.
Hey, If it's Lucas, me, or Zach, I'll be happy. Party's
Well-
cannot win 2.
I can tell you one thing: if Lucas put anywhere the time that he did into this road course setup we were just working on earlier, and tweaking it to that level, if he did that with SM, then yeah, he's gonna have a good shot tonight. Because he was working on quarter pounds of tire pressure earlier that were making a difference when he was testing it for the road course. So yeah, I mean, he was like, he did a quarter pound change on the right front and said it made a total bit of difference, which it actually did because we were testing it together. But yeah, he really was dug into it.
And it's probably just for one turn. It's probably just for like the horseshoe.
Yep.
Disregard the whole rest of the track. It's just the horseshoe. Like,
Yep.
that's the kind of detail he puts into these things.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It really is. I mean, it got me to stay on the track. I hate road courses, and I was able to turn a 116, which was I was 8 100ths off the all-time board there, which that'll change here in the coming few days as people from PSCS will start testing it. And I know if you guys are gonna get up on that board, I'm sure it'll be mid 115s all time by the time we're done.
One of them's sitting in this party right now, probably.
He's already said his mission is to hit a 115 of some kind. Now it's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be more than a
Now it's
115.7 because Nixium already did the 115.7, so third all time.
Ethan, I hate to say it, but some of your all times are starting to move down, bud.
Yeah, I haven't really been hot lapping. Like when the game first came out, I hot lapped me and Vlad hot lapped a
trust
lot,
me.
but
Trust
we
me.
haven't,
I can't wait
we
to do that
haven't
with the
done
new
a lot.
game.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, there's tracks where obviously I wanna, go back to hot lapping, but it's like I don't know, I don't have the time for it now because my work schedule. It's like
Yeah.
obviously I
want.
want to, but like the time that it takes to build a qualifying setup and then run times for wear and then run that bitch dry pretty much, and then take a half can of fuel, and then that's basically
So
worth
much fun,
nothing.
though.
I mean, it is, but there's a lot of tracks I know I can get higher up.
Never thought about doing the 4x wear thing.
Yeah, because it's just
I'm
a lot
sitting there
easier.
trying to grind off 30 laps of fuel, trying to hot lap.
Yeah,
do
no, I
times
always do
4 wear.
and when I make my setups, I always do them on 4x where a lot of people say they don't like doing that, but I like doing that because then I know, how it wears on 4x, it's going to be better regardless on 2x. So like if it's extremely wearing on your right rear or something on 4x, then it might not be as bad with 2x, so you know what you got to work with. That's why I like doing it, and it's quicker. You can on most series you barely can make it 15 laps on any track. So you just do that and you make the changes you need to incrementally.
Can I give a shout out to my crew chief for Wednesday, or
Oh yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead. I mean, he's sitting right here.
I didn't know if that was
Oh yeah, it's fine.
yeah? Okay.
We shout
Shout
out our
out.
favorite Canadian almost every single podcast if you ever listen to him.
So shout out to 3 Flashes then for the Unreal setup on Wednesday. Yeah, I put it in first stage, after the first stage.
Yeah, to be completely
Yeah, no.
honest, when you said shout out your crew chief, I was like, yes, and then I was like, wait, he's talking about me. I was like, all right, whatever. I actually forgot.
I just didn't know.
I was like, yeah, no, I did. Though.
Well, I actually have a shout out for him too as well. We get to the later part of the podcast, which I think we're gonna do. Yeah, we will be doing it here anyway because we're doing that split section. So we're doing that here in a little bit.
But yeah, so you did like
But
the
yeah,
tire then?
I threw it in the first stage. Second stage, I used it again. Third stage, I used it until the pit stop. And then I went back to the stock 5 and just gave her because I felt it was too tight at some points. And I needed to be loose and I needed the speed. But
Well, I
it
will
held
say
on.
from what I saw and who I talked to and everything after the race, when you because I saw you do that, you went back to on the stock changes at the end. I think most people kind of did the same thing. I believe it was on 3450 on the rights or whatever, and I know Cowboy did. I saw that on his stream, and Party said he did the same thing too. So all y'all were basically on that same kind of setup for the late run. I don't know what everybody did for the long run, but I'm glad you were able to make that work there. But yeah, once that late run came, everybody kind of went for a little bit looser car
Yeah.
and went after it.
I felt
I'm
like
telling you.
I was losing way too much time, and I was like, nope, let's go back to the fast but wears.
Yep, that's how I felt last night.
Well, it was
I don't know if
perfect what you did.
checked in. I don't know if you checked in last night, Grant, but
I did not. I was
Um,
gassed, dead.
I know. I feel that. I was guessing after the race was over. But I ended up running a 3 last night. Whatever. Because like, okay, I have to try and save tires, and so let's burn the fuck out right front, and then, it comes down, and it's like, I'm burning a lot less on the right rear. Like, it wasn't ever catching up. At that point, I put my bitch down to 45 wedge at one point in that race. I'm like, well, this ain't if it's still loose as fuck, I mean, tight as fuck, it ain't gonna be able to be fixed, boys.
So yeah, you definitely. I had thought that when you said you were running the 3, I was
because like it was
trucks at
really good, like the last 15 20 laps of a run, but the 15 laps of a run, but the first like 10 15 laps of a run, it was dog shit.
What preset are you gonna run tonight?
7. I've been practicing the setup all day, buddy.
It's good.
Yep.
It's good.
And you know me, I hate practicing.
Oh, I know.
I hate it.
him
Pokemon
and
practice
I
we
believe
did.
him and Zach are both going to be on the same tune and
Yeah,
possibly.
me and Zach were practicing from 3:00 p.m. when I go home from work till about like 6:00 when he went to go eat, and then I took a nap after that because I was McBeat.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good battle between you 4. I know Party's already comfortable with whatever he has there, so he's not even worried about what y'all are doing. He's comfortable with his own, and I guess if y'all bring something better than he has, he'll see it. But he seems pretty confident going in, so it's going to be
Like,
fun for all y'all.
in a way, I'm kind of glad that Chevy's not in it because that would have been a game over. Because Chevy said this is probably his best track.
And in
So-
Xfinity, no doubt, he somehow figures out how to get that Xfinity car to turn better than I've seen anyone be able to.
On a preset.
On
at
presets
least.
at least. I was saying on
This
a
track
preset
is
at
so
least, yeah,
fucking
'cause-
hard on a preset for controller players. I mean,
Mhm.
I know in customs it's not that bad. Grant, you saw when you raced us in PSS and
Yeah.
Xfinity that a lot of the controller guys were doing really fucking good, but this is the one track where skill, well, not skill, but like the way you drive the custom is nowhere close to where you can drive the preset.
Yeah. You send it
I
in
do
deep
wanna
where you
add-
can
I
brake
do wanna-
harder.
Ask though, when's the next time we'll be seeing you on Monday through Wednesday night?
So Monday through Wednesday night, I'm gonna take a break from streaming, probably a break from racing for a week, maybe 2, but after that, it's game on.
All right. I mean,
But just
I
no
know- I
streams.
never-
I think I'm gonna take off streaming for a bit, but I want to keep racing for sure.
I'm saying because
So-
we're at your home track this week in PSCS, so
Okay.
I mean, your Canadian home because apparently we've had this debate every single time we talk
Okay,
about
here
home
we go.
tracks.
Your home
Here we
country
go.
track.
He is.
I guess
he's
that's
from.
talk
you
about
call
it,
that.
chat.
That's-
Listen.
Hey, let's
He's
go.
from Canada, okay? So you would
Yeah.
think most sport
please
is his coast
explain to
track.
us how
But
dumb he is
apparently-
right now. Chat,
But
thank you.
apparently, he lives in the U.S., but he has a Canadian address, which I don't understand.
No,
Okay.
you're
He
wrong
lives-
on all of
So
everything
this
you
is
just
what
said,
happened.
basically.
You're so wrong, Ethan. It's crazy. So when Ontario, if you look at a map, Ontario comes down and it wraps under Detroit.
Can't read.
Yeah, but first thing that you messed up on there, Grant, is that you have to be able to read a map to be able to look at it. And we're talking
Oh
about
yeah,
heathens.
so heathens out. See ya.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I live south of the border, but I am Canadian. Figure that out.
Yes. You are
witchcraft.
You are in
Figure that out.
your
Witchcraft.
yes. You there are parts of Canada that are farther south
That are
than the northern
yes,
borders
I
of the
don't
United
believe
States.
you. I mean,
yes.
Grant has sent me a map like 80,000 times that he's like really close to Detroit, but I think he's just capping.
I am 30 minutes from Detroit,
Uh-huh.
and I
So
could
what you're
I'm-
saying?
I could go across Lake Erie right now, and I'm in Cleveland.
Lake Erie's in
Well,
Pennsylvania,
you-
though.
Could, but you kind of can't with COVID situation. But yeah,
Well,
Oh,
yes.
'cause you have
Well,
to-
I
you have to
could.
do
I'd
2
have to
week.
quarantine 2 weeks.
yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, good old small town Harrow. We're as south as you can get in Canada.
Mhm.
At least not
the,
in North Pole.
What is that? I'm blanking right now. In Florida.
Panhandle?
The
Like Florida Keys, the Everglades.
yes, the Keys, like one of the most southern parts of the United States, right there is
Yeah.
Florida Keys.
Yeah, I know Florida.
Minus
I
one.
just don't know. I just
Yes,
don't know.
minus
Any,
one.
I just-
Mainland.
well,
Yeah,
Oh,
mainland.
I mean, I just don't know anything above Florida.
Well, I mean that would be to say that we actually have more northern land than most parts of Canada. And if non-mainland, you talk about United States, Alaska.
Maine.
Well, Alaska, Maine,
Maine's
a little
also
bit, but-
really high.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Alaska's
Maine's
higher.
up there.
Maine's basically in Canada.
Yeah, right up in
That's close to
Quebec.
Newfoundland. And,
Poutine.
Quebec.
So I have a question though, Grant. Do you speak French?
Not fluently, but like bonjour. Comment
That's
ça va?
French.
Ça va bien?
But
Okay,
that's about
English,
my
sir.
level of Spanish. Then.
It's like like hello, how are you? I'm good.
Hi.
And I can ask you about where the toilet is in Spanish. That's about it.
Hey, Grant. Do you have
Yeah, you
toilet
gotta know the
paper
important
in
things.
Canada still?
We have toilet paper. We have gas. Come on
Hey,
across the
I'm
border.
going
You
to
got to
Canada.
quarantine for 2 weeks. So
I don't give a fuck. I'll come in quarantine for 2 weeks. I will chill your
Get that
crew.
E15 maple syrup though.
Yeah, bro. So, is the myth true, Grant?
what's the myth?
Do cars actually run off maple syrup in Canada?
No, the horses
like,
do though.
Yeah, like we don't even have roads. We have ice ways. Like we skate everywhere.
Bro, stereotypical right now.
I don't have a house. I don't live in a house. I live in an
You
igloo.
live in an igloo? Yeah.
Um,
Wait, so you're telling me you're the only driver on NASCAR Heat 5 that races in an igloo and has decent Wi-Fi to stream and is affiliated?
yeah, like my dog is running on a hamster wheel to power the internet.
That might be classified as animal
I
abuse.
can't anymore. I can't make up
That
any
might
more
be
of these.
classified as
Just when
animal
when he has to check the mail, he's on ice skates going out there to get the mail.
I said that might be classified as animal abuse, sir. I don't think you wanted to say that.
He's a good little boy. He's sleeping
Yeah,
over
if the dog's willing to, I don't know if it's animal abuse.
If the dog says yeah, sure, whatever. Like I don't think that
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
also have
because
healthy
what-
dogs in Canada. Yeah.
they do, man.
Yeah.
All maple syrup they drink. Grant, I
don't
told
even know
you.
any, like,
I
Tim
told you.
Hortons, like,
I told you before you came on this podcast, like several months ago. I was like, beware. Whenever you come to the podcast, we're gonna be very Canadian stereotypical.
So you had another Canadian on.
Yeah.
Did you hit him with all this stuff or no?
No, because we were saving it all for you. I asked them. I did ask if they use maple syrup for race cars up there though.
For
He
what?
said for race cars, he said he doesn't know. Apparently, they
like-
have race tracks up in Canada as the most
yes, we do. We have
and
race
Villeneuve.
tracks.
Well, it's Montreal. Which I wish now I'm back to the track is so fucking good.
I agree there. I hate they got away from going to Montreal.
You would think
as
that
a
they
fun
would
track.
go there instead of Coda.
That was always my favorite F1 track. Well, maybe other than Monza. Monza was.
They probably
like
do
one of
want to go there instead of not instead of Coda, but they probably want to add it to the schedule. But they don't want to quarantine here for 2 weeks.
True.
Right?
Well, I mean,
so
they're gonna
once
have
everything's
to,
open
though.
up free,
For Canadian Tire this year, though, right?
they're not going this year.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Is that why they added,
Knoxville.
they have for the
Oh yes.
playoffs?
That's exactly what. That's the same date, I think.
Well, because Coda was, I mean, not Coda, Canadian Tire was,
Is Coda this week? No, Dover's this week.
Yeah,
Next
Coda's
week.
next week. Though, that's what I was about to say, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't
Um,
like the way NASCAR is going. I like it. I can't
love
race
it. I do
it
too.
for shit in the game. But
Well, you never know. New game.
I love
You
watching
never
it.
know.
I
But
think
I
they
can't
should. I
shift.
think they should stick with about where they're at, about a quarter of the schedule being road course.
Yeah.
I don't think they need to go past that. I am down
no.
for maybe 2 dirt dates if they get to that point. Maybe the Cup. Obviously, they're running Bristol again next
Just
season. I
don't
would like
take
to see
out
them.
another Michigan, please.
Yes, no,
Bro,
I,
they need to add back fucking Kentucky and all that
I think
too, man.
I think the perfect schedule would be 8 road courses, 2 dirt races, and the other 26 for the Cup would be
all mile and a half.
a mix of a mix of
Fuck the
short tracks and whatever they want to do, but short tracks.
I love
short
tracks too.
I'm gonna be very, very, very like it's gonna be controversial kinda. I honestly think that NASCAR and the playoff Bristol race that should be a I feel like personally that should be the dirt race is the playoff race.
No, because it's such a wild card, man.
That's the point.
No,
mean,
it's
you
not.
have- I mean, look, you have a road course.
I think it'd
in
be cool
the
for it to be in the
playoffs.
playoffs, but I wouldn't say it should be a cutoff. I don't know.
Yeah, but now it's not really a wild card, right? It's a 3-year-old road course. They know what they're getting out of it.
I know. And this for the 2 drivers won it out of 3 races. Yeah, 2.
I'm sure once they get a couple races in the dirt, especially with the new car, then maybe it could be a playoff race. But they couldn't have just thrown it right in.
Oh no, I wouldn't say like now, but I'm saying like
Oh.
eventually though. Like, because I mean, there was a lot of good stories there at Bristol Dirt, other than Truex, absolutely shitting on everybody, and then dying. Typical Truex fashion, and like Larson coming from dead last to third, and then fucking Christopher Bell had to kill him.
Oh, your feelings are still hurt on that, aren't they?
Yeah.
You think?
Everyone pegged them to win, and I'm like, no, they don't know what they're doing on a track like this. Like, Larson might, Bell might, but other guys are going to get in his way, and something's going to happen where he's not going to be able to win the race. And it ended up being Christopher Bell, and it was awesome.
I mentioned
Yeah,
it before on the
out of
podcast when we were
anybody,
talking about it that week.
Christopher
But
Bell was the one person I thought would never have fucked Larson up, because Christopher Bell and Larson, I mean, other than Stenhouse and Freeze and all that, had the most dirt experience in that entire field.
I tell you, one guy I would never pick to win the race was Logano, and
Oh,
there
yeah,
you go.
you didn't pick him.
I mean, like,
You didn't pick him.
That's
that's
right.
whatever.
Shit.
Ah.
I'm kidding. I can't.
Whoa,
I can't
whoa,
shit on him. I can't. I
whoa,
can't.
whoa.
Whoa,
I can't
yeah,
shit on
excuse
him.
me.
I can't shit on him. He he did what he had to do. I can't shit on him that much. As I want to, I don't have it in me to shit on him. Yeah, I mean, realistically, if my man, well, not my man, but if fuck, the hell's his name? Hamlin. If Hamlin, sent it in the turn 1, like just send up the middle or up the bottom, I think it would have been possibly a different story at that point, honestly.
Problem is, Logano gets to launch first.
Yeah, no. That was
So-
the one issue.
It was a single file restart.
Yeah, which, I mean, I liked it, honestly. I just didn't, understand sometimes. I didn't understand. I mean, I didn't get to watch the race, like, audio-wise. I watched the race on Discord, but I didn't get to watch the actual, like, listen to the
I
race.
mean, you watched it on Discord.
One of my buddies was screen sharing in a Discord call.
Okay.
Didn't even know you can do that.
Yeah, I knew
'cause
that,
it
but I
was
didn't
on
think of
it
ever
was on his
watching
it was on his
a race.
PC, and he just brought it up on the thing, and screen
Okay.
shared. So it's pretty much how Stanley has edited the first podcast, where I watched him for 8 hours edit that damn podcast, the long, grueling 8 hours of that podcast.
That's about how long we record each podcast, isn't
No.
it? Oh yeah,
if
that's more like
we,
With
2 to
Ethan
3 hours.
talking, yeah.
It seems like that with Ethan talking. That's how
Hey, I'm waking up now. It's fine. My eyes just fucking
Oh, I
killing
can
this shit.
tell
I'm
you
stuck
are.
for the rest
Well,
of
you
the
got a race in about 15 minutes, so you better be
No,
dialed
it's-
in.
We got.
I'm not.
Yeah, I think we got
We
in
have a
about
while.
45. I think we're
Yeah.
10:45 is where they're going for now. So
Okay.
we got a while to talk with you. For a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit at
Good.
least.
Like I said, thank you, for actually coming on the podcast at some point. I knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't think it'd be this week, because we already talked about whenever we start doing the podcast earlier, which is in a couple of weeks here. Because I'm helping out in IRDL with Sean, or AKA Kiss the Fox. I'm helping out with them. On Fridays at 9. So
Are you in the booth?
whenever. No,
No,
I'm
he's
racing
going over
with them.
there to win the races and to take
No,
it out of
I'm-
their mouths. Yeah.
They're well, I'm giving second place to they're giving second place for. I'm just there to help out
I
and
know,
help
you
people
said
learn. But because he told me he's like I told him I can just sit back there and like teach people like as the race. He's like, no, I want you to go full blast. I'm like, oh, okay, buddy. I don't know.
No, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love racing over there, man. Speaking of,
Your mic
actually,
pop in the background.
yeah. Speaking of Grant, I actually have big news, by the way. Speaking of IRDL, so you want to hear it, Grant? You're gonna be the first person to hear this out of the party.
Yeah,
Um,
you've been all
so,
over the
me either?
boards about it.
Yeah.
So wait, what's up?
Oh, you don't even know. I know.
No.
So, Party gave an invitation out last week on the podcast to Sean for an IRDO. And as of Sunday at noon, on this news only heard exclusively on the CRL podcast, which is to right now, CRL is now partnered / being a sister league to IRDO, who is Kiss the Fox's league, who is one of the Rock's one of Rock's moderators in the Heat community page. So
Ooh.
that is nice
talking
to
merger?
yeah, kinda, somewhat. They're gonna have some of their guys come over race with us, and then we're gonna some of our guys race with them.
Good. I want to come over there and run with them then on the days that I can work it
Well,
out.
we can't.
Oh.
We're Mondays. They're going to Mondays in June 13th. So
Oh man. Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
They have the seasons starting up at the same time.
yeah, but
Well,
they're
but you
not.
said
It's
Mondays.
not gonna.
That just affects.
Yeah, it's not gonna
us
affect
for-
CRL.
Yeah, it affects us for PSS side. So
Yeah.
I get you on that. So
And I mean,
That's
you run
alright,
truck
that's
and
cool, though.
Xfinity all the time. So I mean, I already told him
Yeah.
like whenever I can run, it's like Cup, because there's a rumor that I'm in the
Well,
5
I mean, we
car.
do have several off weeks on Mondays a lot of times. For
Yeah.
PSS, so I could maybe jump in one. So,
Whenever
yeah, that
trucks
sounds
don't run
fun.
in real life, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, we run the full schedule in NASCAR. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we never off- we're off.
Speaking of, so this setup group that we're in,
hmm
every time Chevy comes in on a Monday,
He's like, where are we at?
where are we at tonight? Come on, man. It's the same schedule as the NASCAR Truck Series. If they're not racing that week, either are you. And he comes in there every time.
A lot of
So
people
where
they
we
don't
at
figure
tonight?
that out. You're like we have people in the PSCS chat. They're talking about, and they're like, no, we're not.
Oh
We're
my
off. We're off
God.
this week. It's the same
Like,
schedule. We're
and
just
the
we
thing is,
run
like-
before they do. You know,
Yeah, we run the
it's
week
Monday.
before.
If it's Monday and the trucks run, they normally run that Friday. We run the Monday before the race. That's
Yeah,
where we always.
exactly. And every time,
Right.
Chevy, where are we at?
Hey, it's like who did that shit first year, Flash? It was Gator. Gator did that shit
Oh,
first
yes,
year.
it was
He was
Gator.
like R.I.P.
All right, R.I.P. Florida Gator. Again, we always got to clarify that. I don't want to call Mr.
Not
Asphalt Gator
Asphalt
that old
Gator,
yet.
yeah.
He's still living and breathing. Yes.
We
Florida
think.
Gator. Rest in peace. Yeah. Well.
I mean, I know there's a lot of illegal drugs out in Oregon that he could do. Because
He
you
ain't
know,
OD'd on them yet, so yeah,
not yet.
good.
I'm kidding. He better not be doing anything. But yeah. So Grant, how do you feel that you are the well, you were the first person to hear this news, other than Party, obviously.
It's pretty
you
cool.
heard it every single time Flash did, honestly.
It's pretty
yeah.
cool. We had the same kind of thing going on at the start of the year with PSES and 3 wide and whatever. And
Yep. And then,
egos got big and feelings got hurt. And
yeah, one dude had to ruin all that shit.
yeah, we're not going to talk about it though. But
And ain't that place nor time to do that.
it could have been big. It could have been big.
Oh, it could have been.
And now to see us try and rekindle relationships, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I know that a lot of the guys over in PSCS still, like, they're close with Party still. Like, Sammy, I'm not going to talk for Sammy, but I know that him and Party still talk, at least a little bit. So.
Yeah, and I will say, not to just talk PSCS up, but there's a lot of positivity that I hear about CRL here from PSCS guys. A lot of the guys that do that.
A lot of guys want to run, but
a lot of
they're...
us here from here in CRL.
That's the problem too.
Come over and ran and.
Yeah, and like Wednesdays when you dropped out of the Cup Series, it's tough competing with your stream, right? Like on a Wednesday, I'm streaming.
I'm sorry.
It's not that. It's I don't want to take away from you.
No,
Trying to get
I mean,
views.
I do understand. We both share like pretty much these very similar viewership because when you started shouting out my streams, a lot of your people in your streams came and watched me when you weren't streaming, and then
especially for your
had
Heart
both
Stroke
streams
week.
Yeah, which was a huge week.
And that's one thing too. That's I mean, I know Rock sees it probably more than anyone, but 9:30 Eastern is a very common time for a lot of these leagues. And I know Wednesdays, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday especially are very busy days for him. Well, every day, but they seem like they're more.
He actually
and, I mean,
broke his record, by the way, last week.
Yeah,
that was I think
15.
16. It's 16.
Yeah, it's
now.
ridiculous how many leagues run around that same time.
That's the thing too.
Well,
like
it's just in a day with him.
Sometimes, like there's more leagues than that out there. But if you're not posting in his group that you're streaming, no one's watching it.
Well, the thing is, though,
Sorry to
with
say,
that,
he is not watching it and he is not posting about it after. People are always like, "Man, he forgot about it." Like, did you post it in his group?
well,
No.
I mean,
Because if you didn't,
I don't
he's not
post
going to
anything.
go out of his way to try and find it. You got to help him help you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be something like you said. Even I think he's used to on yours, but
Yeah,
yeah,
he's-
like people that aren't
he's used
that
to
haven't
mine, yeah.
been really followed by him. I mean, they can't.
He's
expect...
he's been watching. He's known of us since I think since RIP, since I started streaming like 2 years ago. When I actually had decent internet. He was there. For my first PSCS one, by the way, the Indy.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Flash?
Even I
had
know
it.
about that one.
How do you know about that one?
It's one of your clips. You freak out after you.
Hey, don't worry about it.
I was gonna try and remake it, but my fiance was sleeping, my dog was sleeping.
Oh, what? Remake it with your freaking
After I
channel
won the
alerts?
championship.
Oh.
I gotta
about
watch
to
that
say,
clip back. I
just
remember
raw
that too,
emotion.
kind of.
I mean, it was my first. It was my. The way it was done, I didn't like it, but.
Oh yeah, when you wrecked Jamie, that's right. I remember.
It
that
was
now.
no.
That was a different one.
It wasn't. No, it was that one.
Oh,
But
that was one.
it's not
Okay,
as
yeah,
bad
that's
as
right,
what
it
it
was.
looked because on his screen, I doored him and put him in the wall.
Mhm.
On my screen,
Yeah.
I hit him square in the bumper. This
Yep.
is Heat 3, and
You're
fucking
blocking
Neko was
or
dog
trying
shit.
to pass him.
Oh, I
Trying
was
to
trying to pass. I was catching. I caught him like a whole entire second that entire lap. I had the better car than he did that day, but
Well, it was the same kind of thing with me and Mike, and then when Sammy got his first win, with the
At
thing
Indy,
with Goose
the
and
next
all
day?
that, and, yeah, this is the next day, and because me and Mike were going for the win, and I messed up, but he was also there on my bumper, and just when he made contact, we just got together, and we were just it was. I mean, it wasn't anybody. I could have had that win, but I overdrove, and then remember Sammy Duchev got his first win the day after you did.
wrong. He was Tony's record at that point, I think.
Yes, actually, yeah, I believe he was that before he changed.
I think he changed till second season. No, he changed before ISM, before championship.
There's
week.
nothing quite like your first league win.
Oh yeah, it's
That's for sure.
I mean that was my first league win because I ran like a div like basically no leagues that didn't have like the greatest talent, but that was like my first league that actually like I actually had to work my ass off to even become top 5 in.
Yeah.
Like so that was big for like me personally because I'm like I've never been in like a league like this. Like
That was me in grassroots last year.
yeah.
It's just the field is so even
Oh yeah.
all the way around. You're trying to find a way to be better. It's just tough.
I know you race over. Do you still race with Tuned Up?
Yep. So we have
Where you at this
Daytona coming
Sunday?
up on Sunday, but I will not be streaming. But Cole streams it.
Cole motherfucker.
Broadcast. Yes, sir.
He was
Hell
on the
yeah.
podcast as well.
I was about to say a previous guest.
Yeah,
we
he was
had.
on like 2 weeks ago, last week.
That was DB.
Cole?
That was DB.
Yeah, DB was on. We had Cole few weeks ago now.
Cole was on week 4, I think.
Yes.
Week 4 or 5. He was on with
yes.
K-Rob. And then he
Probably
took up
just
K-Rob.
wasted too.
But like K-Rob
he-
says, he wasn't on this podcast. He just sat in the party while Cole took his time up.
Yeah, Cole took his entire time up. I mean, but like Cole made some very interesting like stuff, like stories and stuff, which was so
I know. I was.
thrilling to hear. Like he almost died from
Yeah.
an accident, a racing accident. So
Really?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
Yeah.
I have a bad memory, but I think he almost died from a racing incident.
Well, it
Could be
was like
wrong.
I swear it was almost an hour and a half story. It was at least an hour. He was just talking about all that. And we were just
Yeah.
sitting there listening and
That was a long podcast.
let him go for it. And, no, it really
That was a
it
very long
interesting.
podcast. Yeah, I mean it was very, very entertaining to go back and like, I mean, not listen to my part, but like just listen to in general. Just be like, all right, like this is actually like,
Yeah.
what we've done here is like something special. And like I don't know if I've told you, Grant, but me and Flash said like we'll give it 10 weeks, 10 episodes to see like how the progress is. And if it's not like where we think it needs to be, then
And it's
we're
growing
just,
though. It
Yeah,
is
it's like-
growing.
I was like, if it's not like where we think it would be, then we're just gonna say fuck it and call it quits. But with all the support from the the Heat community page and Rock and Sean especially, Sean shares that shit out every single day, pretty much.
Yeah, I see it.
Well, and I was gonna say, I mean, for all the guests that we wanted to have on this podcast, other than maybe Frozen Toes, I think we've gotten everyone that
And
we wanted
Sammy.
to. And, yes, and Sammy. We're still working. We were gonna get Sammy. That's why I was.
Say yeah.
Kinda-
we were
Did you
gonna
end up
say-
getting
Yeah,
Red?
he was supposed to be on, but
No. We did
no,
not.
we're still working on him. But like
Yeah.
what we've said before, that he was more of a surprise. We're still working on that, but
Yeah.
what we said originally, people that we wanted, which we're still working on Sammy.
We
too,
wanted
but Grant,
Atlanta, which
Grant,
Atlanta
you were
wasn't-
probably the last on the list. Like,
Yeah.
as in like our not
As
you,
like-
I didn't mean like that.
No, the last
No,
to actually get.
I would have said that. I was like, no, I don't mean like that. As
The
in our
last
last
to
one on
actually
our list
achieve.
that people we wanted on. You are today clicking that last bit off the list there.
Nice.
Other than like I said, Frozen Toes, and we're getting Sammy on. So Sammy's gonna be on. Hopefully, not next week because we're doing.
He'll be on in a couple weeks, 100%.
I
Yeah,
wanted to
couple
be
weeks.
on earlier. I truly did, but I couldn't bring myself
Well,
to stay up till that
I'm
time
not-
and then
I'm
go
not
to the
gonna lie
rink.
to you.
And,
Grant, I'm not gonna lie to you. This was the perfect time for you to come on because not only is it, you're on the podcast, but you come in on the podcast as the fucking Cup Series champion in CRL.
hey, baby.
I
I told you.
I had that.
Probably
that in.
3 weeks ago. You came in our chat and you said, Cowboy, you better not run that. You better win Phoenix. And I said, hey, the 22 is going to win Phoenix.
Look, that motherfucker ran the paint scheme. I told him not to run.
I know.
If he would have ran that fucking pink Hooters car, it would have been I mean, I don't know if it would have been different because I don't need to see most of the race because I caught the very, very end of it because I was racing Dover. Yeah, it would have been. I don't know, but I know that I don't know if you are, but I'm very superficial with my cars and all that.
I'm not.
I have a
I'll
certain car
race
for every track.
like if I tried to keep with the playoff scheme, the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
But like if it's Auto Club, I don't care if I'm in AAA car. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, next year, speaking of Auto Club, you ready
it's the final.
Are you ready to reclaim your throne next year? That
That's
doesn't sound
a
very
good track
convincing.
for me. Same kind of track as Michigan. We had a good battle
Just
at
wider.
Michigan at the start of the year. I won
Until
Michigan 2 weeks ago at Grassroots. I know it's a bit
You're
better than
welcome.
Michigan, but
I got
Was
great
a lo-
3 wins this year.
it was a lot of
Grassroots.
blocking though.
Also helps you had a good setup too.
Yeah, I chopped a nose or two.
Does always help.
Grant, I want to thank you because we have like a half hour to talk about everything else on the podcast before we have to
Hey,
So you're pretty
but
much
yeah,
doing the
but
podcast
guess
right
what?
now with me in it.
pretty much
Yeah, and as I said, guess what you get
And
to
then
do?
we're
You
just-
get to do our recap
Yeah,
of the
let's
week
do
with
the
us.
topics. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So also Grant's description is always in the bio, by the way.
Hey,
Mhm.
twitch.tv/jgrant1192. Hit that follow button if you like what you see. Subscribe to your boy. Same thing. Twitch.tv/ccdn_heathen.
3
However you spell it with the 3 and the E and the AT.
H3
whatever.
H3ATHN.
Yeah, I'll let you shout
It's
that
not
out.
that hard,
Same
guys.
thing. Hit that follow button. Smash it. Like what you see. Subscribe. Send some biddies. What you gotta do.
Is there anything you want to shout out though, Grant? Before we move on to any projects you're working on? Any sponsorship deals you want to shout out?
No sponsorship
Sponsored?
deals. Sponsor. Shout out to Player One Coffee.
Whoa, you should go drink Grant. Well, the link
Exclamation
that
point. Yeah, if you want to go into my chat, go exclamation point. Player One Coffee Labs. It'll give you a code for 5% off of your total order. Big supporter of mine. And then shout out to just you guys for putting this on. Flash.
Thank you.
Even
Trying
Yeah,
to
appreciate it. Thank you.
scenes. Party. Putting the whole freaking league on.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
That is
Absolutely.
an undertaking
More
in
claps for
itself. Yeah. Think of who else? Chevy Cup Commissioner. There since CRL Day 1, January, when some shit happened. Took on a big role. Did phenomenal. Chase. Still don't know what you do.
He does chases. He does chases.
Yeah. No. He
Nah,
just
I'm
you
just
know
playing, I'm
he
just
just
playing.
he just all Chase does is he says, "Oh, you need to stop jinxing me, man. You just me break an axle." Well, maybe if you would drive good, maybe you wouldn't break an axle, bub.
Oh, you can't say that.
I
But
did
no,
last time.
seriously, all the admins.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know what Chase does that
Yes,
you
do.
don't, Heathen, which I don't either, but I've said that, I don't consider myself an admin, but Chase actually makes the admin meetings on Mondays.
So do I.
Sometimes.
Make it 9 times out of 10.
7 times out of 10.
Okay, we'll do that. You don't make any of them. Shut the fuck up.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I don't they.
You're already. You have a
Chase,
say.
Chase, if you're listening to this back, I don't mean
I am
any
a company.
disrespect.
It means all the disrespect, Grant. I mean, sorry, Chase. Fuck, I can't
Yeah,
say
not
English.
just any, all of it.
All right, so we'll stop the lolly.
Let's do our week recap.
and we'll do the week recap. We can't do CRL right now, because the Xfinity race never happened yet. So, as of recording, so we'll do the CRL recap whenever we do the next bit of the podcast.
We do a NASCAR recap then?
We do PSCS recap too.
Yeah, and we can do.
I don't know anything.
Well, I was just saying we can. Well, it's up to you, Heathen. But we could recap the. Well, we already know the Cup champion. We already got that mentioned, and we.
Well,
we
I don't want to.
recap
I
the rest
don't want to spoil the other one because the guest that's on the next part of this podcast.
Yeah. All right. So
True.
yeah, we'll just. Okay. Good point. So we'll go on to
Um,
PSES and talk about
So
that fuel
we
saving
did.
at Dover.
So we were at Dover in PSS this week, and
Let me
me,
guess, Turner
Lucas.
won by a...
No.
Oh,
Me, Lucas, and Flash saved. Well, it was. We need to say 8 laps of fuel, and I had 4 laps of fuel extra at the end of the run, so I saved.
and you know,
What is
with
that?
Dover,
12 or
you lose about 3 to 4 laps of what it says on a normal run, no matter what the car is. Truck,
Not
Xfinity, Cup,
that
doesn't
setup.
matter.
no? It's
I
just the
ran that
gearing.
setup in grassroots. And it was a caution-filled race, shit show. But anyways, that setup. I don't know if you guys ran the same one as.
It was
the
Xfinity.
same-
It wasn't the Cup setup. It was
You
the
could still
Xfinity setup.
plug in that gearing.
Yeah,
and
it,
still
no,
save.
yeah, the gearing. Yeah, the gearing we ran.
Oh yeah,
yes.
you did have that gearing.
Yeah,
Yes.
because he ran the qualifiers with me and Jamie at that point.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That gearing. I made a tweak to it in the Cup series. We had to make it last a bit longer, but we worked on the setup, and I worked on the
I
at least
told
the
him
chassis part of
exactly.
it.
Told him exactly what the fuck I needed, and he delivered. And me, Flash, and Lucas lapped everybody in the first stage. Made
Twice
everybody
in
shit
2
their
stages.
pants.
Yeah, in 2 stages,
And then
everybody
the
was 2
second
laps down.
stage, everybody was 2 laps down.
That's awesome.
Except Chevy. Let's not leave Chevy out of it.
Chevy was
he was
1
lap
down
in
because
He
he
was
actually
same.
saved
and
fuel.
he got the
Same.
wave around.
No, he doesn't like taking handouts. In his words, he doesn't like taking setups.
Take what you can get, man.
He runs his Heat 2 setups.
He still figured it out. He was quicker than they were. That's for sure. So,
Heathen, aka myself, actually ended up winning that race by .008 because
8/1000ths.
There was a little incident on the track there at the end. Me and Lucas were trying to get past get to the finish line on the last lap, and this stupid ass 21 car of 3 flashes was in my way, and then and him and Turner were in a battle for third. We were lapping 3rd place, by the way.
Me
at
and
the
Turner.
end.
Yeah, I was in that
Turner
position because I spun and had to back up coming to pit road. Lost probably a good 15 seconds doing all that, and so it put me in that spot. I would have been
And
third behind them by about
Turner
maybe
got a speeding
7
penalty
to 8
as well, which
seconds
put him back
at the
there.
end.
But Turner actually did the right thing. Like he did a very, very, very good thing, and
We were battling. I
It
was
wasn't
in the
good
top.
for Flash, but
We went 4 wide with them coming to
yeah.
the line battling for the lead, and we
Turner
were
ended
just
up
there. We
putting
both went to the
Flash
top.
in the
He
wall
had to turn. Yeah, he had to turn up and
because of the fact that
crash
he
me.
did.
But I don't disagree with the move at all. I agree 100% with it
Yeah,
because we were right.
if it
we were right
wasn't,
there, he wouldn't have.
I almost got hit by Turner because of how close
He didn't
I
hold
was.
up.
It really is.
You get
I didn't.
sucked into that wall. It's like a vacuum.
Yep.
I actually didn't hit that wall at all in the Xfinders, actually. I hit it twice in
If
Cup.
he didn't turn up, he would have messed up their battling. They had a hell of a battle at the finish. 8/1000ths, like
Yeah.
I said. So that was
I had to crowd Lucas at the line. Well, before the line,
was,
out of 4.
Dirty Bird or who was
It
on that one?
was Cole. I remember Cole
That's
said in the
back to
stream, he was like,
watch.
"There's no way in hell that if you
I
go back
watched
and
that
watch,
back too.
if you go back and watch, them talk
Even
about
K-Rob
saving
was like,
fuel."
yeah, Cole asked, are they going to save? And K-Rob was like, no, everybody's got to pit the stage. I watched it, I was like, yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, the fuck we're not. We're just staying. I was like, we're sticking to our game plan. And you know how close me and Lucas are.
Yeah.
Grant. We finished 1-2 in Xfinity the last 4 weeks now.
Broken up, but we were talking about the trucks at where was Darlington.
Arlington.
Well, we had 12 cautions for 66 laps is what I was getting at, and that was it was wreck filled. It was a lot of carnage, and what you were about to say there, Heathen. What was the last caution that brought that race to a close?
Hey, look, man. She had a sexy truck and she got hit. But
Okay,
my girl.
I want to comment on that truck. Wasn't even close to what it was going to be, but still turned out unreal.
What was it supposed to be?
It was supposed to be like a 24-hour Daytona race car from like the 60s. But the striping was off, the color was off. Like, it just wasn't it. but it still looked good.
I think it looks pretty sexy. Not
until it got crashed up, but yeah, it
not
looked good.
just because the driver that drove in that car that race, obviously.
You
No,
sure?
definitely not. Yeah. But she was having a good run for a while until that one caution. She got damage from it, which really sucked. But I mean, it is what it
She
is. You
started
really
up front
can't.
though. Like
Yeah.
Did she start 10th?
Yeah, she started 10. So her
Away from the
starts are
idiots at the
improving.
back.
Yeah, she
You'll
came away
have
from
to
the
work
Quinn
as hard
Hope.
to get
Yeah, she came away from the Quinn Hopes of the world. Quinn Helps of the world. She came away from all of them.
So I get her on the podcast here. You
Bro, if we ever get Haley Deegan, bro, I'm going to shit myself. Again.
again.
Higher profile than Jay Grant.
Hey, bro, if I even
I only got 3 Memorial Cups, a CRL championship. What do I got?
look, I'm gonna go for one tonight. But we can do picks now, by the way. And I know you're waiting for that. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And well, CRL, if you want to pick that tonight.
Well, he
but
was
then
saying we
podcast
were
from there.
talking about Darlington here.
Already picked
I know.
We were.
Yes. The race that is happening this week at Darlington and not Dover. Sorry. Good catch, Grant. At Dover. I almost fucked it over again. Who you picking, Grant? You get first pick. Since you're the guest, you get first pick. You get a dark horse and a regular pick and a dark horse pick.
Dark horse
For Xfinity.
for Xfinity.
Oh,
shit.
no,
I'm looking at the Cup roster right now.
Regular. I mean, you can do Cup, whichever one you have up right now. We can do.
Okay. Cup.
Y'all don't steal mine. I have one. I'm picking.
He's
Dark
gonna
horse?
fucking pick Logano. We all know.
No.
this.
No.
Xfinity. No, I'm talking about Xfinity.
Oh, okay.
Dark horse for Cup. Ready?
Oof.
Dilly, Austin Dillon.
Oh, that would He's been actually pretty good at Dover here recently. Here in like the last couple of years. Your
And
regular
I'm
pick?
thinking how do you go against Kevin Harvick, guys? Come on, he's gonna win soon.
I feel like Hamlin will win before he does, honestly. But Flash,
So we're doing both.
Cup.
Or you want to
Cup,
Cup right
dark
now.
horse.
Cup first? Okay.
what's it up?
Okay. God, now I gotta look at. Hold on. Let's see.
Josh Berry's in the field this week, boys.
Yes.
He's in the 77.
Cup though, dark horse, Dover. I'm gonna go with old No Neck Newman.
Ooh,
That's fun.
it's
That's
probably
dark horse.
about a better
Were you-
percent chance of me going there and running that race than him winning that race.
Probably.
Hey, Flash,
That's my dark
who's your regular pick though?
Dover. I am gonna go with
Today, Junior. Today, Junior. We have a race.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Ryan Blaney.
The entry list in.
I don't know. Okay, so
Yes, it
my
is.
dark
Let's
horse is going to be Chastain. Only because Tyler's like, look, Chastain's in the role. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Tyler. You know he's not, but he kind of is actually. He's been showing a lot of speed here recently. It's just finishes aren't there.
He led almost every lap here in the Xfinity race last year. Then Albert fucking
I didn't
swooped
know
in.
about that.
Well, my cup pick. I mean, it's not be a shock, but the last time he raced this race, he won.
Oh God.
Hey, he was suspended last year, so he couldn't race this race. But
Oh,
last time he was
Here it comes.
last
my
time
God.
last time he was in the field,
Here it comes.
he won the
Pop
race.
off, heathen.
Hey, I picked Logano 2 weeks ago. I don't want to hear your fucking mouth. That scarred my entire
I'm
soul.
gonna give you one thing there. He does have the track race record here too, though. So
Yeah, exactly. And it's gonna be hard to beat either him or Truex, because they're both on fucking hot streaks this year. It's the exact same as, I forget what year it was, but the year that, I think it was 2018, when him and Larson, like, won almost every fucking stage there was that year.
So just to be clear, just because you didn't say it specifically,
Kyle
Larson
Larson.
is your pick.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Xfinity. You want to go first, Grant, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Oh, goddamn.
Looking at the entry list here, though, I was going to pick Justin Haley to win. Zane Smith is in his car.
Wait, what?
Zane Smith is running the 11 this week.
Wait, what?
Is that who
Yeah.
you're picking?
Does he have COVID?
That is not my pick, though. That is not my pick.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, Haley has COVID.
Does he?
oh,
Is that why?
Oh, he does? Okay.
Is that why Barry is in the cup
Yeah.
car this week?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Haley has COVID. So
Okay.
that's why they've done that.
Genjo Cobb's not in it?
No, they thought about it. But NASCAR was like, no.
Okay,
shit.
my dark horse. I know he has a win this year, but I don't see a lot out of him. Every race is Myatt Snyder. That's my dark horse.
Where'd
And-
Snyder win at?
I think that
Homestead,
was
right?
mine last week.
Yeah, he was
I'm
yours
gonna go
last
with
week.
Harrison Burton to win the race.
That's who I picked last week. Well, no, I picked him as my dark horse last week, actually. See, Flash last week got, I guess his pick somewhat was right, because he picked Gregson last week. So, I mean, I guess you can classify that as being somewhat correct, Flash, because he won the Dash Cash last week.
But it got taken away.
No, it didn't. His appeal got,
Oh my god, I can't even follow this
reversed.
anymore. These storylines. It
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
reversed.
Yeah,
It
What
got
was the
kept it.
inspection?
Oh, something was like, I guess they fucked up or whatever, and
So it
No,
wasn't
he didn't
lug
get-
nuts or anything?
no,
What the
Uh,
heck?
Something to do with Arrow, I thought. I don't know.
yeah,
And they
it
were.
was something different. I mean,
The late- it
it's
was
all
later
good now
or
though.
something.
I have
Yeah,
to read the article. I've been working like a dog lately.
working like a dog.
Someone else is up. Who's up?
Flash.
I am for the dark horse. That is going to be Zane Smith. That's who I was going to pick to start with. Before you, because I looked at and I knew that he was in. Before you.
I
mentioned
have one question
it, I was
though.
going to pick
Is
him.
Ty Gibbs in the field?
Yes.
Oh, I know my pick.
He is.
I know my pick then.
Oh, I should have picked David Starr. God dang it.
There you go. Fuck, there's your regular pick of the race, right? David Starr. Fucking the dude killed Gregson.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
picked him. I hate Greg.
So my
Last year's
main
your pick for the
though,
race.
yeah. Go with Allmendinger.
All right.
Dinger.
The dinger. All right. So, my dark horse might surprise you. Hence why it's called a dark horse. Most likely it's his last season. Possibly. He's getting up there in age. I'm picking the driver of the number 1 car,
I was just
Michael.
thinking
Annette. I don't know how his stats are at Dover, but
he's a fossil, eh? He's been around for a while.
he's been around
He's been
for
running
the
there
longest
and-
time.
Mediocre every race.
Hey, he's gonna pull through at some point. But obviously, it's so hard to bet against this fucking kid. I'm picking Ty, obviously. Every time he's in the field, he either finishes first or he's very close to it.
I thought he was gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm picking Ty," because monster.
Well, the last fucking
That's what you're gonna say.
2 races, he hasn't had a fucking sponsor.
I know, and that's so
So,
weird.
Like he is
Same with like Sheldon Creed.
yeah, like
I have
those.
no clue why.
Sheldon, like Ty Gibbs is arguably has the most talent of any like the comer-uppers, like in ARCA and
Yeah,
all that. He has
100%.
the most talent. And him running an all-black car in Vegas and kill everybody.
That's going to change your mind when Josh Berry wins Dover in the Cup race on Sunday.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Ethan,
I
I
like
want you to
numbers.
imagine right now, okay?
Yeah.
You own. You're 70 years old. You own
I'm
race
alive.
team. You
Wow.
own a race team, and it's the
Yeah.
top tier, top edge, everything. Just so good at this race team.
Yeah.
Your grandson comes in and says, "I don't have any sponsors, but can you build me a car?" Do you do it?
Does he have racing experience from like dirt and all that?
Yeah. He's not just hopping in.
Oh, so he has had was he successful in dirt though?
He wins every ARCA race he's in.
Does he have a methamphetamine problem like Jeremy Mayfield?
I don't know.
See, I don't
These are
know if
important
I
questions.
would throw him into Cup right away. Now,
Not Cup.
what?
Okay,
like-
Xfinity. He's
I mean,
part-time Xfinity, but doesn't have sponsorship.
I would, you know.
Are you still building them top-tier cars?
Yeah.
Then that's why Ty Gibbs has lapping everyone, smoking everyone on track without a sponsor. Because his grandpa can still fund the car without a sponsor.
Yeah, you would think that Toyota would at least
especially with
sponsor
that
at least
Cup
a
program.
couple of races. Like,
Yeah. TRD will get on there.
yeah.
Unless they're pissed off at the comments that he said
Who?
many months ago.
Ty?
Yeah. Didn't he have a bad interview in Daytona?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, though, but I do know that
It's just raw. That's all that's wrong with him.
later. He's also 18, so he has growing to do.
Yeah.
He's in the sport really fucking young, so I will say that next time, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Next time this man's on the podcast, we'll be going in depth of how he's Canadian. No, I'm kidding. We go in
We can
depth.
talk about anything. We can talk about my job, hockey, whatever you want.
We'll go in depth of like the normal stuff we ask. It's championship week, so we're doing a little bit different this week. But I know that when we go back and we start doing the stuff at 9 o'clock, we'll be able to have him on again, and yeah, we'll be able to actually interview him legitimately.
Let's do it. Get to know me.
Get to know Jay, and I'm telling you now, the title of that episode.
Send your questions in.
It's gonna be the fattest Canadian. The fattest Canadian. Question mark? Oh shit. With that being said, I don't know if I should close it out now or close it out later.
Close it out. Go focus on your race, buddy.
All right.
Flash has to do his voice muscles.
He has to do his arm muscles.
Now,
we can
brown cow.
we can close it out like halfway, and then we can continue that when we interview.
I want to shout the
Party and all
sponsor,
that.
obviously. Northeast Texas Storm Chasers. I always fuck it up the first time I say it every day. I'm just waking up still. No, it's been like an hour and a half. Grant, I want to thank you for coming on. I know you had no choice though, because this is media. You had to come on this week.
I'm obligated.
No choice this week.
Yeah.
But we will definitely get you on when we have a couple of 9 p.m. episodes before. We'll definitely get before season starts next year in CRL.
Sounds good, buddy.
Absolutely.
We'll actually get ask questions that we wanted to ask. But tonight we were just like really shooting the shit honestly about your season. We'll go more in depth of it. When time comes, which is in a couple weeks, I'm hoping. So might just have to have just you in that podcast, by the way.
That's fine.
Because us three can talk shit for 40 hours straight.
Oh yeah.
It's like us and Cowboy. You love fucking hours.
Yeah, except Cowboy's
But,
funny as shit.
Hey, you are too. Nonetheless, though, thank you, Grant. Go check out CCD and Heathen on Twitch. Well, at this point, I'm not live when the podcast is out, but go watch the race after. Go watch the VOD of it. Like I said last week, hopefully, we'll definitely have the cup race on the YouTube page. The Xfinity had a little bit of tech difficulties last night. Because Flash's Xbox took a massive shit on him last night. Kinda took a shit. And then hopefully if all goes well
Missed
tonight,
the first 20 or so laps, but
yeah, he missed the first run.
They should have just pulled over, but
But tires, bro. It would have benefited the wheel people so much because they would have pitted all then. We would have had to, so they didn't. We had to pit stops. Now I got them in. But yeah. Until we do the second part of this podcast in like fucking 3 hours ish, something like that. 2 hours, however the thing is. I know. Hopefully, I'll see
Somewhere around there.
Say exclamation wall in my chat because I'm gonna hit at least 1,000 times tonight. At least for
at least.
first 10 laps, Grant will possibly hop in there and say what's up, whatever.
okay, sounds good.
But yeah, as always, I've been your host Heathen, alongside Three Flashes, our wonderful Canadian Jay Grant.
Fastest.
You said fattest earlier. Which one are you going with
Yeah.
now? The fastest Canadian.
The latter. Yeah, there you go.
The fattest.
That's gonna be my title on the next stream.
The fattest. And then when they ask, why'd you come with that? You'll find out.
It's like Tim the Tap Man.
And then obviously thank you to Stanley and Party for putting this on and everything they do behind the scenes of this podcast. But we'll close this out for now, obviously. But yeah, as always, we will see you next week for, I guess we can release this now, Flash.
Sure.
Can
Yeah.
I
let's
say
go.
one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I'm gonna hop right out of the party right after. Okay.
All right, don't say it.
No, I won't. Good win, Chevy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
But
that was
I didn't think we were gonna say that.
Awesome.
But next week on the podcast we're gonna have me and Flash on, going in depth of how the fuck we started and why we still own this game, and why we're still
Yes.
racing. Which sometimes we question ourselves. Sometimes. But
Yeah, it's gonna be fun though. I'm looking forward to that podcast.
hey, shit, Flash is on all-time buzzer like now for Bane Dyer. So
I'm about 8/100ths off.
so basically me and Lucas is finished.
Close. Yeah.
So we'll wrap this up so you can go get the CRL started.
Yes,
Thank
and
you,
you gotta
Flash,
get
for
there and
being up here
drive.
with me. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, this most likely will be in between. We'll finish it out again.
Possibly, yeah. We'll finish that again, yeah.
Because you're going to hear from our Truck Series
Xfinity
champion
and Truck.
of course our Xfinity Series champion here
As long
in
as it's
just
the
a little
same.
bit.
Not the same.
Well, more like 5 seconds for y'all, but
Yeah, I'm like 5
we're gonna go
seconds for
here.
y'all. I mean, it's whatever.
do this and
Um,
have that recorded for you. But yeah, looking forward to next week as well. We'll mention that again too before we close it out completely here in a little while. But yeah, good luck tonight, Heathen, and we'll see what kind of tone
Thank
you
you,
got
buddy.
here in
Oh,
about
I'm
5
gonna
seconds.
try. The setup, that you gave me really early today is actually, I think with a little bit of changes, which you'll probably tell me mid-race what to do, whatever. Because I know you're gonna be attentive
I
to
wanna
my
s-
stream tonight.
I want to see what Zach's going to do after that too.
Zach, I think he's gonna be fine. He was complaining when 7 was loose, being too tight, but I'm like, bro, you want it to be tight. Like, you're gonna have to sacrifice at least a little bit. But nah. Thank you, Flash, for everything you do. Help me out here. Listen to my bullshit. Obviously, Stanley, man, you're the goat, man. But until the second part of this podcast, I will talk to y'all later, and wait till we see the Xfinity champion and Truck Series champion after this race is over.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, you'll hear it here in a few seconds for you guys.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you. We'll
2
hear
hours
from
for
you.
us.
Yep, a couple hours for us, and you'll get the rest of it.
Today's podcast is sponsored by Northeast Texas Storm Chasers.
Northeast Texas Storm Chasers is a small group made up of 5 chasers throughout the Northeast Texas region. Cover any and all severe weather events that affect their area, no matter if they are out in the field or behind a phone on the couch. You can guarantee that this group keep you and your family safe and prepared for all modes of severe weather. For more info and or questions, please visit their Facebook page, Northeast Texas Storm Changers, and be sure to click that like button. Thank you for supporting our podcast.
All right, welcome everybody back to part 2 of the CRL podcast here.
Podcast.
The podcast, yeah. We well, this part will probably be edited out. If not, I actually hope it's not because it'll be fun. But we are just getting done with our Xfinity Series race to end the season out. We have crowned a champion, and we will hear from him shortly to announce it. Right now, Heathen, you can do it, or I can. Our champion here. Would you
For
like me to?
truck or Xfinity? We're doing truck
For
first.
Xfinity, we'll go ahead and announce
We're-
that because we're going to be talking to our truck champion here in a second.
No. We announce the Xfinity whenever it gets there. No
Okay.
spoilers.
Okay, no problem. All right, so we'll go ahead and then announce our truck champion, and it was spoiled a little bit in the stream if you guys were
Just a
watching
little
it,
bit.
probably already know, but it is CRL Party. We have him in the
Who
party
is
right now.
the
Talk to
man
him once
that?
again.
Who is the man that puts all this on? Who
Yes.
let us, do this, not only let us do this podcast, but got us out of a very shitty situation a couple months ago, and, where a lot of us were about to quit racing in general, or at least league racing, like certain leagues like that, whatever, and, he made it fun again for people.
And we knew at the
no one
time it was
can-
the guy that could do it, and
Yeah.
he did it.
We can't thank you enough, Party. At least you won the least amount of money prize this week.
Oh,
Yeah.
already with a burn. Hey, it's still more than you won. Oh.
Kinda.
Yeah.
And I'm your first repeat guest.
Why not? Technically, Stanley is. He's always here.
You can't count somebody's here every week.
But you're pretty much here every single week in spirit. We say
I'm here.
you say your name with that. Yes. So you're always here, obviously.
Well, and
Flash
we,
never watches.
I think
the
we pretty much
frickin-
mentioned you at some point in each podcast, so that's
Always.
yeah.
But as far
Yep.
as guest, I'm your first repeat guest.
Yeah, first
Well-
third time guest here.
No, technically you're not. Lucas is.
Oh, well, he's not a guest. He'd come in and do randomly with picks, and I think Chase is well. I think Chase did it twice.
Yeah, Chase did it twice.
Speaking
Oh,
of
Chase
Chase's
is
party
on the
too.
podcast
He
too.
wants to
He was
say
in the
something.
podcast. He's in the bathroom right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you count that, then I've been on this 4 times then, because I popped in for picks one time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Touche. See, okay, all right.
I've been here
so-
12 or 13 of the fuck ups I run.
or
We're on 14
sorry.
actually.
It's
We're
one
on
of them,
14. We're getting up there, and we're getting old. We're up there. Yeah, Party, you wanna run us through? I know that Flash talked to you last night about it, but you wanna run us through your championship last night? I know you got lucky because some dude's turbine went out and blew a tire. So
Yeah, I don't think turbines had anything to do with a blown tire.
I like fucking with Chevy, okay?
But yeah, I mean, we had a good truck the whole night. I had a stage win, so I knew I had something for Chevy. Second stage, came out the pits right behind them, beat them on fresher tires. I was looking for that in stage 3. This whole week I've had a good long run truck for a race car. So stage 3 coming in for our final pit stop, Chevy blows a tire and pretty much sealed the deal for him. And then at that point I just had to battle Lagunge, and I could just get in and out of the corners better than he could at that point. So went on, battled Lagunge for a couple laps and won the race pretty much. No mistakes made. Closed the book on a very good season for me there. I can say I'm happy enough to walk away and go part-time in trucks now. Especially the season that I actually had the most wins in. for the series.
Absolutely. I mean, that you did, and like you said, yeah, that would make you to where you're good on the trucks now. But, I mean, and obviously since we've already mentioned, I'm not going to mention who won the title in Xfinity yet. But seeing as you didn't, obviously, as we have another guy, we already said that.
Right.
Is that making you want to run for the title next year in Xfinity? Is that what we're hearing?
I mean, a part of me wants to jump back in and give it one more go because I know I had a better, I should have finished better than what I did. Obviously, some stuff you can't control in a race. Um, like I said, there's a part of me that wants to go, yeah, go back, go for it one more time. You know, you're good enough to get back in the Final Four. You know what to do. And there's part of me that's like, hey, let these new guys come in, give your seat up, go to the broadcast booth, and just focused on mainly one area for right now, and then later on down the line, jump back into it. So, I'm literally gonna give it 2 weeks since Pelfro's got to redo the website. We all got to re-sign up and put what series we want to go for. I'm gonna think long and hard about it, and we'll just see where it turns. Obviously, I'm gonna still be in trucks part time and race the races I want to race for fun, and obviously get my wins up. We said it last week on the podcast how many achievements that I have accumulated over the season. Sweep at Bristol, the only one to run for 3 championships in this league. Won a championship. Um,
I also want to say you said that you're the only person run for all 3. You're also the only person who ran all 3 series as well. That was in the final 8 at least. That didn't have shit playoff luck. Yes, I'm talking about Chevy in that situation. Chevy probably one of the better cars all season.
That just goes to show that I could get in and he couldn't. I mean, nothing against Chevy, but I made it. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like he didn't have his opportunity.
Yeah, it might have had a little bit of a voodoo curse going on with Heathen over there, causing that for Chevy.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, well said.
I won't do next year tonight.
And not only that, I'm in the season top of the all-time wins board.
Mm-hmm.
9 wins for this season? So that, I mean, in all the series,
Aren't we tied then?
Me and you?
No, me, you, and Lucas should be tied at 9.
No. I don't see where you getting that, 'cause y'all got 8.
Well, Lucas won the night too.
That's with his. He had 7.
Oh, okay. So, but that is that might be what the competition is next season. Then, seeing who can have the most.
Well, I mean,
again,
that just kind of started out for me.
Yeah. It kept going back and forth for you guys. Then,
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I've just accumulated so many achievements this season that I can be happy all around the board, obviously, but just to finish the way I did tonight, like I said, it just we'll see what happens. I may wait and jump back in the new game for a season and see what happens there or 2. Eventually, I'm sure I'll go back to running one season here full time in all 3 and take 2 seasons off and then jump back and forth. But we'll see. New guys coming in, depending on how the roster's looking. I don't want to jump into a real big field and mess up anybody. Obviously, on a full-time deal and let them come in and learn, especially for the lower series. That's what they're there for. Is to
He's
help
taking
people
shots
learn.
at me right there.
No, you're in another league, so that's completely different.
Yeah, I mean, even still, but I'm, racing well, I don't know yet, but, lower series I know.
Well, somebody's got to be over it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Well, at that point, you're talking to about everyone coming in. You, we already talked about it here on streams, and it's been going through it this week, talking about kind of the field size that we're looking at for next season. But what is your ultimate goal with that? What do you want to see? Talk about it here on the podcast. Like, what would you like to see week to week for the field size that we're looking for?
I'd like to see no less
Not 6 cars.
than 12. I mean, 10.
Yeah.
I would take 10,
Mhm.
but I don't want to go less than 10. I mean, I'm hoping we get 16, 15, 16, 17 car fields. You know, I just don't want anybody to drop out and stuff like that. You got a couple guys that can come in and sub, obviously, me being one of them, to keep those rosters or keep the fields like enough cars, to have fun in. But I mean, that's ultimately what I'm looking for, and here's to have a good amount of people, have fun, create this, a big family here at CRL.
Absolutely.
And then hopefully,
And
hopefully kind of start branching off to other consoles. Eventually, trying to find maybe somebody to run a commissioner on the PlayStation side. Or
that would be amazing. And hopefully, maybe with the new game, we could maybe see some cross-platform, and then that could open up a ton of possibilities for the amount of cars we get in a race. And another thing, and you mentioned it a second ago, Ethan, with like 6 cars. Even like any league that I've ever been in or raced with, it seems like when it comes down to the championship race, you have who's going for the championship and maybe a couple other cars in it, and that's what we've pretty much seen this week with us as well. I mean, we dealt with the same thing every year. We deal with it over there with PSES. It's just, if you're not going for the championship, there's a couple people that'll stick it out and run, but it's like you just give it up for the season. And I really like what we did over here in CRL, and it was a great idea. I believe it was your idea, Party, or at least give them the choice to split the purse in that way, to where in that final race you have a little bit of a cash prize going to the winner of the race. So that brings people that aren't involved in the championship to come out and still have a decent sized field for the title. I think
well,
going
I
forward next season, that's great
take
too.
credit for that. That was Pro came to me with that, and I like the
Okay,
idea
awesome.
to give somebody the incentive to come and run that's not running for a championship. And I know, like you said, a lot of people just give up. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to get in there and ruin somebody's championship. Obviously, that's
Right.
the one thing nobody wants to do is get in there and be the reason, lag issues or whatever, that somebody loses the championship, because there are feelings there, and somebody's going to be pissed at that moment and then eventually get over it. But to anybody listening out there that's thinking about doing CRL, man, come on, run. If you don't make championship, don't give up. Just run the race. I mean, you don't see real NASCAR. They got 30, 40 car fields or whatever. You don't see them at the end of the season being down to 6, because nobody wants to mess up a championship run,
Mm-hmm.
Come run. You still got points. We do our car picks off of where you finish in overall points.
Yep. And again, that is the biggest thing. I mean, I think last season it was a little bit better for, like I mentioned, with PSES. But I remember my first season there, it was going for it was the same way. It was the top 4. The winner gets it. It was 4 cars in the field. I think we had 5 for one of them, but it was like 4 for the other 2. If I remember correctly. Not last year, the year before.
First year we just thought it was fucking, well, because they took we were running custom and then presets too. We weren't just running just straight custom.
Right.
We were running custom and presets, and custom, yeah, they cut it off to a certain amount of drivers. But then like presets, there was still like a 10 car field for all 3 races. It was custom that people didn't.
Yeah,
racing.
that was an issue there too. But yeah, that was just kind of my point. Like it's again, it just and with any league they deal with that. You know, it's right at the end there, the final
So shit,
race.
so far, right now,
It's like
with
no one.
PSCS racing, we've had 16 almost every single week. So
But still, I mean, and you'll see that later in the season that will drop off
yeah,
coming
I
to the
hope not,
championship.
but
And
it's very, very likely.
yeah, and it always does, and with every league it always does. But I really like what I saw here with CRL. We in the three races. I mean, other than tonight, which we've been seeing smaller fields tonight in our
Makes
Xfinity
sense,
race.
yeah.
We had, I believe, what 8 or 9 cars, and that was what we were averaging for the last
We had
10
10
or
in
so
the
weeks.
truck last night. Oh, 8 in trucks. It was either 8, 10
Yeah.
last night in trucks.
So I mean,
forget.
like it didn't drop off over the last 10 to 12 races. I mean, we were averaging around that anyway, and that was great to see. Everyone committed to that, and I was really happy to see that because I mean that is probably my biggest complaint with league racing over here on the Heat side, that nobody ever wants to run when it comes down to the last few races unless they've got a chance at the championship, and we didn't really see that with CRL, and that's awesome. You know, again, I think I love that idea. You said Pelpro came up with it, the purse for the winner of the race that's not in the championship fight. So I think that helps as well. And I think next season we might even see more cars as it comes down to the end of the season, still holding out and running. So yeah, I look forward to that.
Oh, me too. Whether I'm on the track or in the booth, I look forward to that as well.
Trying to figure out. So okay, so what are you looking forward to the most then, as it comes to next season? I mean, I know you just mentioned all the new guys coming in, but what do you? I mean, I know there's some changes up on the schedule. Are you looking forward to seeing how that plays out with everyone? And I guess my question is, what are you looking forward to next season that we haven't had this season? Is kind of what I'm.
Less road
getting.
courses.
Yeah, less road courses for sure. But
Yeah.
I mean, just great racing. Here recently, you watch stream. I mean, we're getting to the point to where we're not having cautions, we're not making mistakes, and we can run
Oh, we're still making
very,
mistakes,
very
just not a lot.
close, and and not wreck somebody.
Right.
So, I'm looking for that we're getting longer runs. Obviously, there's going to be those tracks, just like a NASCAR, that's going to just have caution because it's that kind of track, and just stuff we're going to need to work on. But just longer runs. These guys that came in late, new guys getting better, better competition. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the competition here now. It's just harder competition. Right now or this season you were racing. If you were up there in the front and you had a good vehicle, you were racing 2 guys, maybe 3. That were right there pretty much with you and actually gave you a challenge, to where I think it's going to start getting to where there's more than that, and that's what I'm really hoping for, is to get more cars up there where you even can't just drive away from the field. And
What track are you
race.
talking about?
I'm messing.
No, I know what track. I know what track. 'Cause you're talking about Texas. Yes, that's gonna happen regardless. What the fuck you do?
I think I bet Fatality can give you a run for your money at Texas.
And again, that name you just mentioned, I think we're going to be hearing a lot of it next season. LA Fatality.
Oh, I'm sure he's wanting to run all 3 series. He was messaging me before our race tonight. I look forward to seeing him in here. From what I've seen on the second podcast, he's a good.
The worst podcast of we've ever produced.
Well, it's what got him
Oh,
in
yeah.
this, so maybe not.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I
There's
actually
always-
liked that podcast. That was a different type of one. I mean, you wouldn't want to do it all the time, but I had fun doing that. That was a special.
I might do one in like 2 weeks here, honestly.
Yeah, we could do one on this off season here. It's just for fun, for something different.
I've seen
There
the
you go.
guys running it.
Yeah. See if we can drum up some more interest. Maybe pull another guy or two into it and talk to him while we run some public
Or
lobbies.
girl.
That was well,
Yeah.
you know,
Sexist.
guy is not necessarily a gendered term there. It's 2021. Guy can be both.
I mean, you got people that classify themselves as deer, so
Yeah.
know.
So we could.
I'm a
like
deer
a deer
guys.
in there.
Yeah, and when we're all inclusive in this league, we can have wildlife in it too. I mean, it don't.
So, party. I asked Grant. Grant was the first driver to hear about it, other than you. What do you feel about the announcement that was made on the podcast? Which I mean, you didn't hear it from. Obviously, you weren't part of the podcast earlier, but we made the announcement that CRL is now pretty much a sister league to IRDL, aka Sean Mullins League or Kiss the Foxes League.
Mm.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's going to be awesome. I look forward to seeing them guys in here as well, running with us, seeing what they can do. Just seeing where this takes it, pretty much.
Do you agree?
Yeah, and I actually mentioned when Heathen said that on the podcast that it's a great chance also for someone like like an Asphalt Gator, if he wants to run more, he can go over and run with them because they are more of a developmental league for newer guys on the game. He could run over there, get some laps, and start giving everybody else some competition over here too. He get good running with them. He come back and who knows, might win a race the next time he's in one. Here in CRL, and same thing for Drake. I mean, I know he's
Drake's
looking to
winning
get
next
some
year,
extra
mile
seat
and a half.
time.
I guarantee it.
Yeah,
I
for
know.
sure.
I know. There's some guys in here that's a little gun shy, should I say, when you mention or say sister league, because the league we were in before, when he called out a sister league, it was, hey, y'all come over here, run whatever series you want to run, whenever you want to run.
That's not happening.
And right, exactly. That's not how we're gonna do it here.
I talked to
You
Sean
come
about that.
Yeah, I mean, you come over here, you run. We'll put you to the test.
It's about promoting each other's leagues,
Right.
is what it's
Yeah.
more about than anything. And yes, we can involve the guys from both sides to be able to go over and run and come back and run here, run there. On the which I would say probably the same thing how they feel running the. I mean, theirs is more of a developmental, so they might you could. Some of us, could run cup with them and they might be all right. But over here it is more of that you can't just jump in. You got to build your way up. I mean, the best leagues, in my opinion, to have that level of competition, you have to start from the third tier or second tier. Trucks, Xfinity, work your way up. It's the same way with iRacing. That's the way they do it. You can't just jump into a cup car when you get the game. You have to start in the legend cars. You got to work your way up, and I love that about how we do things here. A couple guys I just mentioned.
I think it makes for the best racing.
Yeah, and a couple guys I just mentioned. I mean, Gator and Drake worked their way up. I mean, they're still finding their speed. Gator is definitely still trying to find his speed on like the mile and a half, mile tracks or whatever. I mentioned it the stream tonight. He's really pretty good on the plate tracks for sure. And then Drake has definitely found his speed on the mile and a half. But I don't think any of that would have happened if they just jumped into Cup off rip. They started.
Drake never ran
up.
Cup actually.
Hmm?
Drake never ran Cup.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying though. I mean, if they, he hasn't yet, but they, both of them came in kind of the same way, and they ran the, more of a developmental series first. Now, I think that's going to be next season. We're going to see even more of that with all these new guys coming in, starting there, and seeing who is ready to make the Cup roster.
Oh, absolutely. And I know a lot of guys don't agree with the developmental starting lower, but I can't say for Gator, and I'm sure Drake's gonna show strong in the Cup, and so is Zach. But I think it was the best thing for him coming in here.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's gonna lead to way better racing in their career.
Mhm.
And for the guys that don't agree with that, to each
It's
their
my
own.
house.
No, I'm not gonna say that, Heathen. But to each their own. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody runs their league differently, and that's just how I feel about it. You come in, you run lower, obviously prove yourself, and then if you're good enough, you're gonna get bumped up cup in this league anyway. When whether it's 5 weeks in or next season in. So
Well, and to me, honestly, I completely agree with that. I mean, if I was new to league racing coming in, that would give me something to work towards. I get into the league, and I got to start out in trucks or Xfinity or whatever it is, and I know I can show, some progress, and I can build my way up the cup. That would drive me to show up every week to do that.
oh yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot more to come. Uh, an admin job in this off season is not finished. So where we are in our technically starting our off season as of 16 minutes ago, us admins are still going to be working every week to make sure we can provide
Just the best racing we
good
can
and better
possibly can.
racing every week. And we are adding some stuff to some certain stuff like here's Jay Grant Great gave me the idea. Since he donated his championship winnings to a charity, uh, when we run the All Star race, which I'll go ahead and tell everybody now, you're running this league and you win in Xfinity in trucks, you will you will be in the All Star race in the Cup car.
Ooh.
So
Is that just
all you gotta
last season or this season or new season coming up, or is that from the All-Star race last season till now? Till then.
that
Because I know,
well,
because I only
whoever
asked
wins the
NASCAR
All Star
is the
race
same.
is locked in for life.
Yeah.
So Tyler Cubs is locked in for life with his win that he got last season or last league that we kind of moved over here. We'll honor his because he stayed in here. But every All Star race, if you win an All Star race, you're locked in for life. You have to win in the new season. You have to get a win before the All Star race to be qualified to run in the All Star race. We will
Well, I guess
have
I'm not.
an opener.
It's not gonna be good enough for that.
I hear you, but we will have an opener. But the winner of the All Star race will not only get a cash prize to itself. I personally am going to donate $200 to the charity of his choosing.
Yeah, it's amazing. That
So, has the All-Star race track been started yet?
It has not been announced. No,
ooh.
Is it on the schedule that I currently have?
it is. If you're looking at the new schedule, it is.
Oh, well, I didn't get the Cup schedule, so I don't know where.
And no, it's not a road course, Ethan. So stop getting your hopes up.
I know they already know it's not a road course because that it won't end good for them. They want like a good battle. The road course has given us really good battles this year, but they
But
just
to be
wanted
fair,
to.
I don't really think a road course
They
for
want
an
it to be
All-Star race would
easy.
work out too great for NASCAR itself in real life. So I don't.
I feel like it should be like a plate track, honest to God. Well, I mean, it was this year.
Uh,
No, not the All-Stars, but the duel was and the Clash was.
I don't know. See, that's an interesting topic to bring up. Plate track All-Star race. I don't know because I think that doesn't really show like
Skill.
skill. Yeah, it does take. I'm not saying it doesn't take skill to win in a plate track. It
It
does.
doesn't.
But overall, well, it does.
Well,
You got to
see,
know the timing
I
and
disagree
everything,
with you, Ethan, because
Be the
in
right
my
time.
feelings, yes, they're easier to run, but they're harder to win at.
Yeah. Yeah, timing. Yeah, because I mean, you got to put yourself in the right position. I mean, I think with a all-star race, it should be more about single car speed. Obviously, I think most people feel that way. But play tracks, they aren't the easiest thing to win. It's just,
I'm calling. You want to play any guesses on a plush? I haven't looked at it really. I mean, I'm guessing Bristol because Party loves Bristol and Party's the big man, so he probably picked Bristol to get an easy dub.
Nope. Nope. It's not Bristol.
Are we announcing
Probably.
it? Or
I'm
we
pretty
gonna
sure.
wait?
No,
Probably
we
shitty.
can announce it.
It's probably a shitty track, isn't it?
It is a Texas night race.
Oh, but that's okay. Oh,
The
sorry,
same
should be
thing they're running this season. in
all
real
stories should be
life.
custom setups. Separate
We're
the
not
boys
a
from the
custom setup
separate
league.
the boys from the men party.
We're not a custom setup league
I know, but still, I want to have a chance to the fucking win. Jesus Christ.
either. I'm gonna come through this mic and drag your face across the ground. What I watch
Can
you
you?
do, I'll abracadabra my ass over there.
I'll voodoo magic your ass. How the fuck you?
Magic Man, remember that.
That's what they call me. Apparently, I'm a voodoo man though. So what were you saying? Like, when you watched me do what?
I watched you win in trucks and Xfinity there. I don't think
Yeah?
you're gonna have a problem there in Cup.
You talking about 'cause I was 2 laps down in trucks and I drove my way back without a caution, really? Like to get Lucky Dog back, I drove my way back 2 laps to do it.
I'm not sucking your dick, Ethan. That's not gonna happen.
Just saying. I'm just asking if that was why you asked. I mean, why you said that? Because the truck race, I was 2 laps down at one point in that race. I got one Lucky Dog back, and then I passed your ass to get back.
Only
lap
2
and
laps
then-
down. I figured by now it'd be like you saying you were 5 laps down and got him all
Well,
back.
I mean, wouldn't be surprised if I was 5 down.
He had to start from the pit lane and work his way back.
I pretty much had to.
He was driving a lawnmower, and halfway through the race, he got to get in his.
I mean,
his
I
car.
I didn't cut the grass like everybody else did, so I wasn't running a lawnmower. Should have moved, probably when I had the chance to.
Oh yeah, but you didn't. So
I should have.
Bad
Yeah.
party, didn't want to interrupt you.
Chase,
No,
anything you
you're
want?
good, man.
Anything you want to add to party?
Other than the fact that he left me at Bristol. I mean, not Bristol, Darlington. Dropped me at Darlington.
Who
I'm
did?
telling
Let's
Chase, 'cause I
come-
think he's asleep over there.
Wait, who
let's come
did-
drink a beer with me.
Well, who did?
He
Oh,
backed out.
no, Chase did.
Chase did.
Chase, you're muted. He's probably
No.
he's probably sucking toes right now.
Yeah.
Him and JP will go along so well.
They would.
Fucking toe sucker.
Ugh.
Well,
I didn't need that image in my head, but thank you.
I don't need a lot of images in my head, but I have them.
Yeah. Fortunately.
Like you and your fucking shoe, or you and your sock that you play with every night.
What?
You heard me.
I'm really not getting where that's going. Okay.
I don't. It's,
Kinda lost
this
me on
isn't. This isn't the non-PG. This isn't the X-rated podcast, Flash.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm confused. Like, what you talking about? But that's all right. I'm usually confused at what you're talking about. Normally, I just go with it.
So am I.
But
Flash, anything you want to add to party?
well, I mean, like, how you can put up that long talking to heathen? I would have to add that. That's pretty good talent right there.
Takes practice.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's about
Hey,
how
just-
much you ignore.
Hey,
and
ju-
then, other
just
times you
think.
answer 'em. It's just
Party
like,
will
you
be the
gotta-
booth next
find that
year
meeting.
for Xfinity and Truck. He gets to hear my mouth every single race I finish top 5.
Oh no, we're
For a
gonna make a
half hour.
special rule there for you that if you don't win, then you don't get an interview.
I'm fine with that.
Hey, I already told him the other night that I was gonna make a rule where him and Lucas can't sit in the back during qualifying, and they gotta get launched first.
Yeah, we have to go first. Cause I don't like us saving. Burning fucking fuel off. It's bullshit, but it's whatever. You don't burn that
Yeah.
much fuel.
Ethan,
Wait, bro.
you won pole today because you were burning fuel.
Nah, what are you talking about? I'm just that fast, bro. What are you talking
Sitting
about?
there redlining it in
I had the
first
best
all
lap
the
of
way
the
around.
I had the best lap of the fucking race. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And you had third behind Gator
Hey, Gator was on rails there for a minute.
until
He
he
was.
wasn't.
That's why I was mentioning it in the stream earlier that he was running right with the leaders there once he got lapped. He was sitting there. I was like, he's keeping right up with him. I was telling Chase, I was like, damn. Well, congratulations again, Party, on your championship. Feel free to stick around here. I guess we got to talk to.
You can't. He has to go and drive home.
Yeah, got a
Yep.
Where he has
5-hour
decent
drive.
fucking
5-hour
internet.
drive.
All I'm saying, Party, is
Ain't
tonight you
gonna-
were
ain't
fucking.
gonna matter now.
You were kicking like a motherfucker tonight.
Oh, early on that lag, yeah, I saw that.
Oh yeah, he was terrible earlier.
Killed me.
It's figured itself out though. It didn't take long.
I should have fucking
Not
fucking
on
lead
my
in stage
screen,
one. Stage one.
Yeah, you have to watch it back for like the first 20 or so, maybe 15 laps of the stream, not quite 20 laps, and then it was.
I don't doubt it. And then I
Catch
told
him
him,
killing
look,
me, Flash.
I said, look,
I mean,
I'll,
Yeah, I
second
did.
stage, I'll go back to the back, but third stage, lag or no lag, I'm gonna be up here.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lose the championship over
hey,
some
Party.
lag.
You know, it figured itself out by even before even the second stage started.
Hey, Party.
It was good to go.
Yes, Ethan.
You're right. The lag isn't what I mean you did go to the back though in stage 3. You just didn't go back because of lag.
Actually, technically, I did, unless Luke is actually
So-
punting me down pit road.
So you
I
got.
have the clip.
So you're telling me that you wait. So if Lucas punted you, he doesn't win the championship, right? Because he technically wrecked you for the championship.
I don't think that's what he said.
That's what he said. He said if I wrecked him earlier, if he got wrecked, whoever
that's
wins
for
is not
you.
winning the
Well, yeah,
championship.
if you gonna wreck somebody, yeah,
I mean,
that's
he-
a rule.
Hey, fucking wrecking someone is a lot nicer than giving him a pit road penalty. Because wrecking can get a caution. Pit road you can't get a caution for that.
But you're talking about intentional versus an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never
It's
know.
not really the same thing.
Lucas got his cage rattled early in the race. By Party, raping him by fucking his lag. I don't know, man.
You got some conspiracy theories going on over there, huh?
I have to.
The pit road penalty was not by my doing.
Also, Party. I'm gonna say this now. Good championship next season in Cup.
We'll see if it happens.
It won't, because I just said it. I'm gonna say it every single week.
Okay, you
Rest of the
say
year.
it every single week. I don't believe in that voodoo shit. I'm from Louisiana. I don't believe in that shit.
Neither did Chevy, but obviously it worked. Obviously he
Well, good
Caved in.
championship to you too. Healing for Cup next year.
I'm not running Cup, so it doesn't bother me at all.
Exactly. So I'm already right.
I mean, you said it to the champion from tonight.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
I
did.
said with
at the end of the
2 laps
race.
to go. I burned my shit up, yeah.
No, you said it at the beginning of the race.
Who, Lucas?
Are we announcing who won it?
No. But I'm saying, I didn't say it to Lucas, I said you were in Party.
Flash, I don't know how you. I know
I
you
know,
called it.
Yeah.
Y'all are hearing shit.
Well, on that
I'm-
note,
I'm sure
I guess-
every fan watching this podcast is hearing it then too. It's out of the blue.
Oh man, yeah.
Best fan base in the world.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Agree with you there. Most sense you made all night, Heathen.
That's the first.
All right, get on to the Xfinity champions. I don't want to take up any more of
Heathen?
his time. I don't believe it was Heathen.
it was
I'm gonna hit the road, guys. I
All right.
will,
Right. Are you driving now, Party?
No, it's not.
No.
Okay.
About to pack my stuff up and then hit the road. But I will see y'all.
Let us know when you get
in
home, Party.
June.
Message one of us
Start
when you
the,
get on.
Season 2. All right.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Party, so much. Awesome season. Looking forward to season 2 starting up here in about a month. So
Yes, sir. Thank you guys.
yes.
And for people wondering, just because CRO is over
And
for the season,
I will hold on. I will plug it one time for Heathen.
what?
Evidently.
Yeah. I do want to say though before Party does leave, just because CRO's over for the season does not mean this podcast is ending. We're still running this shit during off season because, you know, it's a weekly thing, not a season-based thing. So,
Yep, unfortunately that means I have to keep in contact with Heathen over this off season, but I will
You
make
do
that
it
sacrifice
anyway.
for all you fans. They don't need to know
Evidently.
that. For all you
we run in PSES together. You talk to me every fucking day. When you're
yeah,
not,
and
when
it's
you don't have
all
to
for
stick
you
up your
fans. I
ass.
make that sacrifice to talk to Heathen. So,
Evidently, Chase the party.
yeah, well, Chase is already out of it, so I think he was asleep or something happened.
I think Chase was zooted off some the good shit.
Alright, yeah, most likely. Still not like Gator
Wow.
though. He ended up in Oregon, so
And you know that cocaine shit.
anything you want up there in Oregon, all legal.
Cocaine, marijuana, all the drugs. Stanley, I need more
Bath salts,
drugs.
go for it.
Tide Pods.
Oh no, you gonna
Oh,
freestyle,
yeah.
Heathen?
Huh?
Gonna freestyle?
No, I don't want to freestyle. I can't. I mean, I can, but I don't feel like it right now. Okay.
All right, so I guess we got the worst kept secret here on CRL podcast.
My son.
The reason that this little young fucker here that's sticking around, that is because he is the Xfinity Series champion, Nixium.
Was he?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
I
Ethan.
thought Gator was.
No, it was a close battle between them, but Nixium was able to get it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
Nixium, floor is yours.
I
Have
would
a
say
talk
I'm
now.
proud, but I can't.
I don't know. What do you want me to say? I don't know what to do with my hands.
Thank the motherfucker who brought you to every fucking thing and taught you everything you fucking know, bitch.
Yeah, you can thank me if you want.
Well, you're Fuck you, asshole.
I don't know. It's been a long minute since we met.
Yeah, almost
I
a
don't-
year.
More than it. What the hell?
Oh, yeah,
October
well,
2019, motherfucker.
Since we've actually been working together, as in like when he finally came out, we started working together, working together.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about when we first met, dipshit. When we first actually
careful,
started working
Heathen. You
together.
can't talk too much about y'all's relationship. He's still underage.
He's my fucking son. Fuck off. He's not me and you.
Fair enough.
I'd hope not, at least.
Yeah.
No, that's Sammy, dog. Sammy, he can. Ooh,
What is Sammy doing? I think
Flash.
Sammy's blasted off his ass right now, so I don't know. He might be a good ass interview.
No, I know Flash
Oh,
wants.
God.
I know Flash wants him really badly. He wants. Oh, I would say he wants them long locks he has, but he had to cut his hair.
Look, Sammy's gonna watch this back and he can be like, "What the fuck are y'all talking about right now?"
Well,
And I
Sammy
do
on the
want him.
podcast.
I want him to be on
here
this
soon.
podcast.
He'll
That's
be.
what I want.
He said he's gonna be drunk as fuck by when he goes on the podcast.
I know.
Would you expect
Yes.
anything
Talked
less
about
from
us
Sammy?
having a
I mean,
Natty
he has
Seltzer competition.
he has to deal with
Follow
me,
around.
so I mean, I would
Exactly.
hope. So at least I might need you on standby to help for Flash being drunk.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a rough one that night, because like I said, Sammy wants us to do the seltzer
I
challenge.
can't. If y'all did shit in July, I would be able to, but I can't.
Whatever. Yeah, well, I don't see you driving in this podcast. I don't see you on video
Well.
in this podcast. I think you're fine.
Shh.
I don't see the Heat community saying anything about you.
No
having-
one
Hey,
really cares.
I have too
No.
much of an image to ruin that. Okay. That's.
Oh yeah, your image is well ruined there, Hayden.
Probably. I got
Very
canceled 4 times
spot
over
free.
just tonight.
Hmm?
I fucking. Well, I mean, with Lucas talking about shit in my stream, I probably got canceled 4 times over tonight.
I didn't have my audio
Fucking-
included. What are you gonna do about
You
it?
had it. You had it in fucking Flash's stream though.
I did, yes, but I hadn't included it when we made the new party guy.
Well, thank God, because if you didn't, then, I was gonna get canceled because he said a lot of stuff.
Didn't say anything racist.
No, it wasn't racist, but it was
I
stupid.
was just talking shit about Gator.
No, yeah, no, you're talking about no, the windshield wipers, bro.
I just had my little brother cleaning off the windshield of my
That's
car.
not what you said the first time.
That is exactly what I said the first time.
I would say I approve, but I don't.
Ooh, go into more detail. This is getting good.
I'll tell you after the podcast over. I
Okay.
don't want Lucas. I don't want Lucas getting canceled. Okay. I've worked too much for him to fucking get canceled.
Oh, it's bad when we can't do it on the podcast. All right. It's the. Yeah, on our premium subscription, you can check it. No, just kidding.
Bro, we
Here on
start
our
OnlyFans.
Patreon.
No, bro, we start OnlyFans for the podcast.
Then you can't
Just
have
for-
me on anymore.
Just fuck. God damn it! Turn 18 already, fucker.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, hurry
up.
I will say he's the youngest champion in CRL history.
Yep. 12 years, 18 days.
No, he's 11, bro.
Oh.
Damn. You at least you don't know my son. So, I got told I clicked something flash, by the way.
What?
All right, so you know how Lucas is my son, right?
Yeah, you've said that probably already tonight 25 times.
So, here's my theory about this, okay?
conservative.
Me and you had a baby. That baby was Lucas.
Oh god, it's getting deep. Yeah.
This is So I've been your
because-
champion.
Yeah, we was about NASCAR, but now we're I don't know
This
where
is the Discovery
going to
Health
the dark
channel.
side of I think we're on dark side of Reddit by now. The shit posts.
It was true though. Lucas got talent, but he also fucks on pit road sometimes. He got that from you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, the fucking up pit road,
Did
learned that
good
from me.
tonight.
Yeah.
Solid
Well,
question.
so you
for
learned that
Lucas.
from me too, doing good under pressure.
When's the last time you actually won under pressure?
And I said doing good under pressure.
When's that?
I-
Last time you did that?
I always do that.
When? No one ever
because
pressures you.
because a lot of times I don't have pressure because I'm not there leading, but when I do pretty good under pressure.
Except until you pit.
Till I pit, yeah, but that's different.
But yeah, so Lucas is me and Flash's son now. It just clicked in my head like 2 days ago. I was waiting for the podcast to say it.
But yeah, that's unfortunately, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I'm contractually obligated to agree with you. I don't know. I had to look over my details on that again.
Your divorce papers?
I don't think they were divorce papers. I think the
Custody
contract.
papers?
It's called a restraining order, but you seem to always break that. So
You
Oh,
come
yeah,
to my...
yeah.
Hey,
If
you
you're on
come
the
at me
podcast,
first.
You have to agree with Heathen on everything he says.
Hey, New Hampshire.
yeah. Well, I agree with you there anytime. Obviously, it's New Hampshire.
Bro, every
Back
week that...
the road courses.
Yes, hashtag save the road. Hashtag save the road courses, man.
Part 2.
Part 4. So, Lucas,
I don't
what's
know,
your plans
what's,
for next season?
Probably trucking Xfinity.
I'm retiring. I'm kidding.
Yeah?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
You're not retiring. You gotta go out there and try to prove that you're better than
Beat me
everybody, like you
next
normally
year.
do.
That's not happening. Lucas. Well, I mean, it's auto clips. So I might beat you, but I mean, there's 2 road courses, 3 road courses, so that's not even fucking good enough.
It actually makes me wish I was running for a championship because Auto Club, I actually feel like I would have a half decent shot compared to
Yeah,
ISM.
it's okay. I'm gonna fucking send that bitch in turn 3 and from the final up under Lucas and beat him. So it's fine.
Already calling the end of the season next year. Wow.
No.
Look.
Wow.
I have to win something. Okay.
You can win in PSCS. I believe in you.
Yeah, maybe regular season championship.
I mean, according to Blaze, all 3 of them count.
Well, according to Blaze, he's probably going to win all 3 championships. Is what he hopes for. Which he, to be fair, he is still the current Cup champion over there in PSCS. Can't take that
Because
away
he
from him.
wrecked Jamie.
Well, I don't think Jamie's too much worried about that. He's not even running anymore, so it's okay.
Because the Blaze.
I wouldn't say it's because of Blaze.
It's 'cause of Blaze.
It's more than just that.
Because of Blaze.
As a
Blaze will
heathen,
know.
just no
Yeah,
one wanted
yeah.
to say it.
Nah.
It's because of Heathen. He still holds
that.
that grudge from Heathen's first
From my-
win when Heathen wrecked him. That was the whole reason.
I would say play the clip, but I don't want unless you mute the clip, because there's some a bad word I said to Blaze. I didn't call him any racer or anything, but he drove the African scroll number 33 truck. Let's put that in perspective.
Okay.
I call him a hat ass. I call him an African scroll hat ass because he drove the African scroll truck.
Okay, I don't see a problem with that either. But okay, that's.
But Blaze
yeah.
didn't like that when I told him about it.
You call everyone a head ass. I don't really know what that means.
Not
but,
anymore.
Yeah.
That means your ass is bigger than your head.
Most people's ass is bigger than their head.
Not flat people.
Okay, now I'm even more confused than the conversation when it started. So.
So,
all right.
anyways, racing Phoenix, yes.
Oh, yeah, we
how'd your
raced.
Phoenix go, Heathen?
Somehow we get to a conversation, you confuse me more than when it started. When I ask you about it. I don't know how that
So
happens.
how did your Phoenix go, Heathen?
Why are you talking to me? I didn't win.
Well, how did your Phoenix go, Heathen?
Again, he's confusing you. So.
Good until, some fucking dumbass in the 10 car had to take it from me.
The 10 card speed, that's about it.
10 car also gave me $200.
Hey,
All right, worked all season for that.
I needed to win something.
He
You did.
he literally didn't race for like 3 fucking months.
Alright. That was pre-CRL. That was dark times.
Even still in Sierra, when you first started, you didn't race right away.
Yes, I did. It was their first night.
Oh well.
Yeah. You got told.
I mean, he's my son. I mean, obviously, I'd hope he was right at least once in his fucking life.
Yeah, and I guess at that point you can just ground him.
I
if you don't like what
can
he's saying.
ground him. Exactly, I can ground him. I can say no MLB the show for like 2 days.
What are you gonna do to enforce it?
Kiggy from PSCS.
Well, actually, shit. I guess that'd probably be the one thing you probably. No, because everybody else would be like, no, sit down, Heathen, shut up, you don't get a call.
Well, no one likes Lucas, remember?
But I can
He'd
tell
just
you
throw
one
it up
thing.
in the chat and be like, hey yo, let's kick this kid. They'd be like, okay.
Okay. Don't tell me
I
if
don't
you
know.
get time.
I think one person that wouldn't would be Sammy because he always stands by the rules and stuff.
No.
with most- so
Sammy
he'd be-
wanted. Sammy was a while back where Sammy wanted to get rid of this dumb fuck.
Yeah, but that there's several other people that you could say that about too. So
Oh, you got rid of that one already.
you knew where I was going with it. Okay.
I mean, he quit himself though. 'Cause he's a little bitch. But you know. You could.
we ain't adding no names. Okay.
Oh, I can add names.
No.
I'm in that type of mood. I can fucking say names all damn day. 3 flashes.
Just add your own name then. Go for that.
3 flashes.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Sounds good.
Woof woof. He ain't no woof woof no more.
Well, on that note, are we, fuck we doing here? We're just sitting here like bullshitting.
That's the point.
That's
of
what a
this
podcast is supposed to be.
I know, and it's fine. I just, I don't want it to go off too far. We're just like randomly talking about shit, but it's alright. End of the season. We're all just going on a tangent, but, I gotta say, I said it, earlier today. I wanted to see 3 different champions in those 3 races this week, and it happened. So
You know what
definitely,
else happened?
what would that be?
It was the only Chevy to win a championship.
Yes.
You know what also
because
fucking
Zach
happened?
had the shot to make it a 4
Wheels
sweep.
went all fucking weak.
Hmm.
It shows. ISM's a fucking wheel track.
That's fair, yeah. Wheels do definitely at that track have an advantage, just for the fact that you can save a little bit more tire than on controller, no matter what you do. But still, no excuse, Heathen. I expected better from you.
I could have killed on pit road or into pit road. I had a chance to fucking push in pit road, but I didn't.
Yeah, no, I think it was an amazing season for everyone that got these titles, and of course you too. Even you had a solid run. Everyone,
Yeah, no, I
man.
didn't.
I mean, I think really can't point out anyone having a terrible season. Everybody gave it their
Heathen
all,
did.
and
Heathen sucked this year.
well, that's because you finished second. And that's how
Heathen
it
got
feels
his
for you.
fucking ass. Be the first one to finish second to a fucking championship at ISM this fucking season. This season or this year. What the fuck else is new? Yeah, Heathen's fast but can't finish a fucking goddamn race.
Guess what? You get to beat yourself up the whole rest of this month when we're off, and
No,
start next
Otis.
season.
No, Otis keep putting Lucas on the wall. Next like 3 weeks in PSS.
Will that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
It's only a road course, Ethan. It's only my best shot to win until the next road course in a couple weeks.
Yep, I'm gonna say yeet off the cliff.
That's not very nice.
You'll catch back up.
Actually, gonna have to ask you to not.
Well, but you'll catch back up. You're fine. Remember, you better remember.
Out at like 99% of tracks.
No, you're better than me. Shut up.
I think at Mid Ohio I'm undisputably better than you, but that's about it.
On customs, yeah.
I don't know. I think it'll be close on presets.
I'll say there's a few more tracks. I would say that you're undisputedly better than him, but you know.
The Roval.
Yes, that's one.
Charlotte Roval. Sorry. Every single short track.
Martinsville for sure.
Every single track in general.
Oh, every mile and a half you have me beat
Yeah,
by a
most
fucking mile.
Yeah,
And a
mile and a
half.
half. Mile and a half. She got that.
I
You're
don't have it.
faster than me at Dover this week.
What? Because I had a better gearing than you.
We had the same
Um,
gears.
We had this. What?
With the
Yeah, I
same
was about to say,
setup.
We had the same.
Exactly. You beat me both nights.
By .00 fucking 8 seconds.
Not in the second race.
Okay, by 10 seconds.
Exactly.
Almost won that race, but X ran out of fuel fast enough. I was kind of upset.
I was expecting him to run out of fuel, and I was like, our battle's gonna be the one for the lead, but
He clicked over. He hit 0 and started sputtering out of 4.
Well, I was gonna say, I tell you, talking about that, he had a little bit of an advantage, seeing that what we could do in the Xfinity race. So I'm not saying he made adjustments to his setup, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did. Knowing that how far we could go with the Xfinity car, he had to figure he would come in there with the same thing. So I'm sure that helped with him being in the booth calling that for the Xfinity race.
I think, well, a lot of those guys were there to see it, or they heard about it, so I don't think that argument is too valid.
They definitely didn't like me that night.
I think it's actually a lot of
not at
people have paid attention to that, and there might be a new kind of setup coming to Dover, at least while this game is still relevant. They saw what was possible with it, and I know a lot of eyes were on it. When I watched that stream back, it was about 100 views on it for Mr. Cole M.F. Trickle, so
Go on, motherfucker.
yes. Gotta have him
Goat.
back on the
One of the
podcast too,
goats.
eventually here.
Well, not with K-Rob though.
No, we gotta have him separate so K-Rob actually gets his time.
Yeah.
That's a good point. We gotta have K-Rob here soon too.
Next
But
week
yeah, I don't
though.
think we want to ramble and run this too much longer.
Next week
Heathen.
though, Lucas is going to be. It's me basically Lucas and Party, really doing a lot of the stuff.
What?
Interviewing us,
Next
pretty
week,
much. Yeah. Yep,
So.
it is our week to talk about our backgrounds and how we got into league racing and NASCAR heat in general.
And then talk about my retirement.
Yeah, your retirement. That'll last about 10 minutes and you'll be back.
Yeah, I might pull my best slide job impersonation. You never know. You try and tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
No, but I don't have to believe you.
You don't know whose slide it was, do you?
Well, yeah, I do.
Well, this has definitely been a interesting season to say the least with everyone, and I mean obviously it's the first season for CRL, but it almost feels like
No,
half
fuck, it's
season
not.
in a way.
It's this 0.5.
That's what I was about to say. It feels like more of a half season. Just how we're everything. Everyone knows we switched over with CRL and got that going. But yeah, we're looking forward to next season. We're gonna have a full schedule with all these guys with CRL and with the looking forward to that sister league we have with Mr. Sean Mullins and all that, and all them people that can come over here and maybe fill our fields for the truck and Xfinity. And I know a couple of our guys probably be interested in running with them, and
Maybe they
awesome.
could go learn something, or we could learn some from new people.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know Heathen could probably learn a few things from him. Maybe learn to be a little bit humble, and I'm sure a lot of the guys
Hey, Flash.
over here could. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Flash. Maybe you can learn. Once you learn how to be fast, then talk to me.
I don't have to be.
Exactly.
Yep.
He's just the crew chief, Ethan.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's all he is anymore, apparently.
Yep. That's all.
That's all, folks. No, not yet.
No, not yet. That'd be funny if that was
Stanley, that's how you're closing the podcast up, by the way, is that's all, folks. I don't care if fuck's copyright. Don't give two fucks.
might have to change that a little bit. I mean, I don't think it can be
Nope, we're good.
as much as I would like the whole clip being up there. Porky Pig himself be right there and end the season off, but I don't know. I don't think we can do that. It's been a hell of a season, though. It really has. A lot of time and effort been put in by a lot of these admins and everyone involved. Obviously, Party a big part of all that, and you and Party talking and getting this podcast going to start with, Ethan, and we're able to finish this season out with the podcast after the last race tonight. That's pretty cool, ending it like that, and to all three of our champions, it was again a damn hell of a season that was put on there. Jay Grant winning the Cup
Mike
Series
also said
championship.
hi, by the way, to the podcast.
Hello, Mike. You can, if you want to talk, you can.
He can't talk.
You can go
He's,
steal Jess's earbuds and come here.
Mike's deaf.
Oh, okay.
He said
God,
fuck you, Flash.
Charge him, Mike. Come on.
Mike said fuck you, Flash. This is exactly what he said in the baseball chat.
That's all
He
right.
said fuck you, Lucas. Yeah, fuck
Hey.
that guy. Lucas is a little bum.
Oh my god. Hey, Mike, I just got called up to AAA in my road to the show as a starting pitcher.
No
I
one
want to
gives a
hear
fuck,
anything.
Well, again,
Congrats,
thank y'all
bro.
for an awesome season for sure. And again, we're gonna keep this podcast going. It'll be out as always Sundays at noon every week.
It's
Our
Stanley.
tryouts. Yes. And our tryouts are May 26th, June 2nd. I believe 9:30 Eastern. We'll be doing those 325% races. I'm not sure series. I think we'll be switching it up a little bit, and we'll most of us will be involved with those. Have all the new guys in. We might even have to work out a way. I don't know. We'll have to talk it out and see if it'll work out. But we possibly could have those put up on YouTube. I know we're doing our 3 races this week. They'll be up on our YouTube channel. But looking forward to the next season and seeing how big this league can grow. And can't do it without all your support. Watching this podcast and obviously the streams that we put up, and gonna have a lot of help in the broadcast booth next season as well. Again, with Chase Dreamer, Zach, Party coming up there for a lot of the lower series, the trucks, probably some Xfinity as well. But yeah, I'll send it off to you, Heathen, if you want to close this out. Thank you again, Nixium joining here, Party, Grant for the interview earlier, all 3 of the champions tonight. And, go ahead, Heathen.
Check out podcast VODs of streams this week. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Lucas, anything you gotta say, dog? Please tell me yes. Just say yes. And just say something.
Been your champion.
Shut the fuck up. No one asked you. You still didn't fucking give us props, by the. You still didn't give us props, by the way, for
Thank you, Heathen and
you know.
Flash. Heathen teaching me how to drive, and Flash teaching me how to tune.
Oh, so you're not gonna say thanks to Mike either? Mike, you hear this shit?
Thank you, Mike, for
for
slightly assisting Heathen.
Slightly, he massively assisted Heathen with Heathen's fucking life choices.
He said it's too late.
You'll never be a Mike setup ever
Sorry,
in
I'm
your
gonna
entire
go whip
life.
him in baseball.
Oh yeah, to be
after
clear,
this, so.
Heathen sucked ass before Mike, and I did too, especially with the tire saving. He
Oh, I sucked
taught
ass
us
before
both
everything.
things.
Hey, it's pouring down rain. I'm playing baseball. It's pouring down rain. That's like not.
But
hitting
no better
Mike
way
in
to
the
close
face.
out the season than have Mike jump in here. I know he can't talk here, but that really does cap the season off.
I
for me,
got you.
having him join for a minute. And,
Hey, Flash.
yeah, it's not Mike. That was a nice try, Heathen. I thank you for the thought, but
That wasn't Heathen. That was Mike.
yeah, okay. No, I know what we'll do. We'll get Stanley to edit in Mike's voice. No, I know we're not gonna make Stanley do any more than he already does. Jesus. All right. Well,
Stanley,
all right, let's close this out.
slumping.
If we don't close this out, this might be our last podcast. We've just been talking shit for I don't know how long.
Fuck you, Mike.
But that's the way we got to end the season. So, but
Yeah.
it's been a hell of a time. And we got a few weeks of podcasts here in between our off season, and again, keep pushing it. Tryouts May 26th, June 2nd. Talk to Heathen here, Party. Obviously, you could find us on our Facebook page, and obviously Twitch CRL network. You can direct message however you want to do it. Get in touch with us and get ready for next season. Yeah, I'm personally looking forward to it big time.
Oh yeah.
Excited for what the future holds. Thank y'all so much, and I'm ready to fuck
Lucas up. I'm ready to fuck Lucas up if Auto Club next season. I couldn't say the word fuck off. But yeah, again, thanks for as always the support on the podcast. Jaquan, obviously with the music. Lucas for being a dipshit, I guess. And then strike Mike out. But yeah, and then on that note, I've been your host Heathen alongside 3 Flashes and Lucas, Party, Stanley, and then Mike, guest appearance, but he didn't say anything sadly because he's not, here.
Not cultured.
Mike, you motherfucker! Yeah.
And to cap off season 1, that's all, folks.
But I've been feeling lonely. I feel nobody knows me. I swear my heart is frozen. I swear God told me going, so I keep on going. And you can't